Murthy sir, kindly share me their mail IDs. I will make them join, sir. I will make them join. Kindly share their mail IDs.
Mail ID.
Yeah, I will make them join, sir.
I sent it to you already. One does not have mail ID.
I will again join them. I will again join them, sir.
No. I have already sent it to you.
Okay, sir. Okay. So now we will be going live. So kindly, I will be calling you, sir. I will be calling you. Yeah.
Namaskar. Very good evening to you all. Very respected our chief guest of this National Agricultural Meet, Sri Nitin Jairam Gadkari ji, Honorable Minister for Road, Transport and Highway and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India, a visionary leader of the country. We are now today in a very holistic situation when we are celebrating the National Farmers Day throughout the country through all the chapters of Institute of Cost Accountants of India. We have with us the President of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, CMA Biswaru Basu. We have with us the Task Force Committee Chairman, Agricultural Task Force Committee Chairman and Vice President of the Institute, CMA P. Raju Iyer. We have with us our Murthy, Dr. Murthy sir, who is the Central Council member and Task Force Committee member of this Agriculture Task Force Committee, and we have all the Task Force Committee other members. We have our one session, technical session on sustainable agriculture for Atmanirbhar Bharat. All the learned speakers are here. Ladies and gentlemen, the members from India and abroad, it's really a great moment for us that we are celebrating this National Agricultural Meet for the first time. And from the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, we are really getting a privilege to have the presence of the very luminary and a great visionary leader, Sri Nitin Gadkari ji. I would request our President, CMA Biswaru Basu, to welcome our chief guest. Please, sir. Please unmute, President.
Very sorry.
Yes.
A very good evening to all of you. Respected Sri Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Union Minister for Road, Transport, Highways, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, CMA P. Raju Iyer, Vice President of the Institute and Chairman, Agriculture Task Force, my beloved Council colleague CMA Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay, my Council colleague CMA Neeraj Joshi, my Council colleague Dr. A to Z Murthy, my Council colleague H. Padmanabhan, officials of the Institute, other members of the Agriculture Task Force, CMA Shanta Sharma, CMA Dr. Srielu Chava, CMA Zitendra Rao, my beloved professional brothers, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to be present here today. I feel privileged and really honored that we are having with us our beloved Honorable Sri Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Union Minister for Road, Transport and Highways, Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise. It is a matter of great pleasure that I have been allowed to say a few words. We are today organizing a virtual seminar on the topic National Agricultural Meet organized by the Agriculture Task Force of the Institute. At the outset, I convey my heartfelt thanks and gratitude to Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Union Minister for Road, Transport and Highways and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises for sparing his valuable time with us and agreeing to be the chief guest of today. The National Farmers Day, also known as Kishan Divas in Hindi, is celebrated every year on 23rd December. It is the birthday of our very respected, our fifth Prime Minister of India, Chaudhry Charan Singh, who was also a farmers' leader. this year, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, which is a premier accounting institute in the country, has decided to observe National Farmers Day by organizing physical as well as virtual agricultural meets at several places from 22nd December to 29th December. The world has been divided into two parts, developed nations and developing nations. India, in spite of having all the potential of and all the ingredients of a developed nation, has been tagged as a developing economy because of its large number of peoples are living below the poverty line. A key indicator of being a developed nation is the per capita income. What India needs is almost to double the per capita income to get into the league of the developed nation. Development has been the key plank of vision given by our Honorable Prime Minister since 2014. The country witnessed a growth of GDP from 1.85 trillion to 2.67 trillion in these 5 years. Our Honorable beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, in his second term, has given a vision of India becoming a 5 trillion economy, thus becoming the third largest economy in the world and probably rather certainly a developed nation. According to our Prime Minister, the size of the cake matters. The larger the cake, the larger will be the pieces that people are likely to eat. Similarly, the larger the size of the economy, the larger will be the prosperity that will be brought to the nation. The focus will be to double the per capita income. The agriculture sector accounts for 17.1% of India's GDP and provides livelihood to about 53% of Indian population. Thus, this sector has great importance of carrying the fruits of development to the grassroots level. In the year 1959, this sector accounted for 51.8% of the GDP. Thus, the dependence on agriculture has reduced considerably during the last 7 decades, but the sector continues to be extremely important for sustaining the economic growth in all other sectors. The annual growth in this sector, which has not been very impressive, needs a paradigm shift. A plethora of opportunities exist in this sector, which include farm production, fisheries, and annual husbandry, food preservation and processing, dairy, forestry, farm mechanization, irrigation, biotechnology, genetics, and the like. Agriculture sector plays a strategic role in the process of economic development in the country. It is the highest employment provider, addresses malnutrition problem, and provides food security. Realizing the importance of agriculture in the important of socio-economic condition, the government has also set an agenda of doubling the farmers' income in the next 5 years. Our Honorable Narendra Modi ji government is concerned for the poorest of the poor, and we cost accountants have come out with a concept note on augmenting the farmers' income roadmap for the CMAs. The concept note highlights the importance of agriculture sector, talks about the minimum support price, discusses the farmers' welfare, speaks about farmers' producer organization, delves about Indian farm laws reforms, and correlates the role of CMAs can play in augmenting the farmers' income. On this auspicious occasion of National Farmers Day, the Institute is also going to release the inaugural edition of CMA Agri Bulletin prepared by the Agriculture Task Force of the Institute. Farmers' income can be improved when productivity goes up, the cost of production comes down. It can also happen due to improved income from allied activities to agriculture and non-farm sector or even wage employment during the agriculture off-season. I would not take much of your valuable time. I wish the program a grand success. Before I put my full stop here I put my tribute to Rabindranath Tagore. The world has become, I have become my own version of an optimist. If I can't make through one door, I will go through another door, or I will make a door. Something terrific will come, how dark the present. I wish the program a grand success. I once again welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Nitin Gadkari, Honorable Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways, and Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Thank you very much.
Unmute, sir, unmute.
Thank you. Thank you, President, sir. Now it's the time to will be listening from our very honorable chief guest, Sri Nitin Gadkari ji. He's a name known to everybody, but still, since we are given the opportunity, I'll be just reading some of his tremendous achievement during his stint. For the last more than 5 years, Gadkari ji has relentlessly pursued his mission with tremendous vigor and utmost zeal through fast decision-making process and in a transparent and corruption-free manner. And the fruits of his hard work are clearly visible on the ground, both in terms of rapid development as well as in creating job opportunities for millions of youth, also making a substantial contribution to the country's growing GDP. One of the best performing ministers in the Modi government, Nitin Gadkari ji has earned several feathers in his cap, completing a host of prestigious landmark projects of national importance ahead of stipulated with cooperation from all the stakeholders in sectors including road transport, highways, shipping, inland waterways, and Ganga rejuvenation, and projects under Prime Minister Sinchay Yojana. Some of the prestigious projects include Eastern Peripheral Road around Delhi NCR, Delhi-Meerut Expressway, Delhi-Mumbai Green Expressway, Charadham All-Season Road, Mumbai-Goa and Bengaluru-Chennai, and road tunnels in the difficult terrain in Jammu and Kashmir. During his tenure as the Union Minister of Water Resources and Ganga Rejuvenation, the monumental Namami Ganga project became a mass movement involving central and state government agencies, private sector and foreign investors, NGOs, spiritual and social organizations, as well as the common people. An innovative hybrid annuity model was adopted to pick up more than 200 river cleaning projects across the length and breadth of Ganga. And the Union Minister of MSME, Nitin Gadkari ji, has brought into focus traditional industry in addition to creating an enabling ecosystem for manufacturing and services by MSMEs, which is the backbone of the economy. Keeping up common facility centers and developing clusters of traditional industry is the big program with Nitin Gadkari ji, setting an ambitious target of creating 500 such clusters with a special focus on the aspirational districts of the country. Use of technology, including green technology, is core of his strategy for promoting khadi and village industry. A comprehensive program for identifying and eliminating inefficiency in the entire value chain has been initiated by Nitin Gadkari ji, with his goal of reaching out to the last person in society. With this beautiful and this ultimate, the sir is one of the inspirations, and for which we are also coming with a robust handbook on MSME with his inspirations and with his all discussions we are learning from his various discussions in the various forums. Sir, we are really grateful to you for your kind presence here to address on this very auspicious National Agricultural Meet. Thank you, sir. Over to Minister, sir.
Sir, I would like to inform that Minister sir will be delayed by like another 5 minutes. He's occupied in some meeting. He'll take another 5 minutes to join. So till then, we can continue with some of our activity. Yes, I'm just in touch with them. He'll be just joining.
So I would request our Vice President, Srimati Rajua here, to brief about the agricultural task force and activities what we are undertaking and throughout the day. Please.
Thank you very much, sir. Respected Honorable President of our institute, CMA Visuru Basuji, and CMA Chittaranjan Chatterjee, CMA Neeraj Joshi, CMA A to Z Murthy, CMA H. Padmanabhan, and other my council colleagues who are all very much valuable and supportive to me for in this very venture, and CMA Vijayendra Sharma, who is in Delhi and who is also organizing the program in Delhi. And the purpose of the program is 6 months before we were discussing about agriculture, and when agriculture costing comes into the picture, we were discussing in internal auditing and assurance standard board wherever Neeraj Joshi has said that instead of having it as a concept paper, we should have a full-fledged task force for agriculture, and which we have formed, and we are having a task force members from various places and various regions. Mr. Santosh Sharma from Jamshedpur, Mr. Jirendra Rao from Hyderabad, and Ravindranath Kausik from Bangalore, and Ravi Srigari Chava from Nagpur. So many people that are involved in the task force. And we are having our council members also very much involved in the task force, and we are having a great time and a great deal. And doubling the farmers' income and ensure to make agriculture activity as profitable venture. These are all the missions of the government on embarking on us. In the process, individuals with the tag of a farmer, which has been held with pride, and is motivated to pursue the cultivation. This would give food safety and security to our country as well as to other countries. As a CMA, we talk of value addition, but this is being done whatever is available. For example, certain inputs are processed to bring an output. But in case of agriculture, the mother earth by all means in real terms gives birth to an output, the real value. Government and market forces decided the price. The price earned by the farmer should cover all the costs that has been incurred and certainly be left with a surplus as such, which may not be called as profit.
Sir has joined already.
Please, join, sir. Sir,
Tell him
Minister.
to stop
Sir,
immediately.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Sir,
Because वो सनी जायसवाल के उस पे है, सनी जायसवाल का जो लिंक है उस पे. हाँ, please.
Sir, namaskar, sir.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Namaste. You can start, sir.
Sir, we are all eagerly waiting for your speech, sir.
Thank you, sir. I am supposed to start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. All respectable dignitaries of National Agriculture Meet, Institute of Cost Accountant of India, so all concerning respectable dignitaries and dear friends. Actually, I am not the expert person for the cost accounting and other things, but today we have a lot of discussion related with the MSP. And MSP, there is a mechanism that Agriculture Price Commission, with their scientific formula, they count all the type of expenditure and by which they fix up the price. Now, presently, there are two things which I want to suggest you. First of all, some of the points are related with you, but some of the problems are not related with you. It's with the Ministry of Agriculture. One of the problem is presently we have sugar surplus, rice surplus, corn surplus, wheat surplus. We actually last year we have given subsidy of 6,000 crore for export of sugar for 10 rupees per kg. That is it's a big loss for the government. But actually 60 lakh of ton of sugar is exported at that time last year. This year government has given 6 rupees per kg as a subsidy. What is the problem? The problem is presently the price which we are giving for sugar cane, the price is, we considering the sugar price 34 rupees per kg. And international price is now 22 rupees per kg. So naturally, this mismatch is going to create big complications. And for the future also, they are very, very concerned subject for the government. In the rice, we have stock of 280 lakh ton of rice. It will probably presently, by adding this stock, I feel that it will be more than 300 lakh of ton of rice stock is there. We don't have a good type of godowns also. So there is every year thousands of ton rice, rotten rice is coming to the market. Actually, the MSP of rice and the productivity of the rice today, considering that we can supply rice to the whole world, that much rice is available. Regarding the corn, The MSP is 1700 rupees per quintal, and the price in the market and international market is 1000 to 1200 rupees per quintal. So again, there is a problem. So first of all, we need to find out some alternatives to resolve this issue. I don't know, but I feel that this is the time that we need to reduce the expenditure cost. And for that reason, we have to increase the productivity by which we can compensate the things. Presently, in my experience, when I related with agriculture, the most important thing is soil health card. Actually, without knowing the NPK in the soil, the farmers are using chemical fertilizer. That is a wastage of fertilizer. That is again a big problem. Presently, the rate of urea particularly in the Oman and Iran is very, very, the rate is, as compared with the Indian price, is a very, very less price they are ready to give us, ready to supply urea to our country. But whatever our people which they are manufacturing, the rate which is given by the government, they are on the higher side. And actually, this is one of the reasons that government is giving the subsidy. Then question arises that when the urea price in the world market is negligibly very, very low, why we are paying higher cost for urea and for the mixed fertilizer to the Indian companies? That is a big problem. Now, government has to take the decision whether we want to protect the farmer or whether we want to give protection to the fertilizer company. That is a $1 million question. I understand that we need to support our fertilizer company also, but somewhere we need to find out that how this fertilizer can be viable. My suggestion to your association that you can make a study of international price. Now in the Iran, the way in which now there are a lot of problems that deal with the Iran because the gas is very cheaper. Now Oman price is, we are taking that gas that per MMQ is $5 something is there. And now whether we are in position to use any other alternative for urea, for even for the mixed fertilizer, we need to find out some option for that. I'm giving an example. I'm doing one experiment in Nagpur that we are selling our sewage water, toilet water of Nagpur to government of Maharashtra for power generation. And we are getting 325 crore rupees as a royalty from selling of sewage water. But now in that sewage water, there is a sludge, solid sludge. So with the help of a lot of scientists and research organization, we make the study of that sludge. The sludge contains 35% organic carbon. And the organic carbon which is available, if suppose 0.80% of organic carbon is there, then the sugarcane farmer, he produce 100 ton sugarcane per acre. For some organic carbon is 0.25 or 0.30, then it is 30 to 40. So it is depending upon the percentage of organic carbon in the soil. So exactly the scientific and technical soil health card is very, very important. We need to understand NPK value of that particular soil. Otherwise, unnecessary, there is a wastage of fertilizer the farmers are using. The first thing is testing of soil, that is soil health card, and testing of water is also equally important, because that is very important thing, because there is in my own agriculture area where we are not receiving exactly correct production of the wheat and other crops. Then after research, we understand that water is very hard. So we use now softener. And because of softener now, it is very useful for us to get more productivity. Now getting good water, then soil health card by which we can understand NPK values and percentage of organic carbon. At the same time, using water by drip irrigation is very, very, very important. Now it is a very, very important case that presently NABARD is giving money for this drip irrigation schemes. And the state government is not giving the funds to the manufacturer of drip irrigation companies. They are coming under all MSME. Yesterday, I have a meeting with Agriculture Secretary and NABARD. Actually, total scheme is wrong. Now, what is going to happening that the cost of suppose drip irrigation is actual cost is 100 rupees, but because of wrong scheme, the company has quoted it is 160 rupees because they have to give money to every level, and because of that, actually, if you can give the cash payment or immediate payment to the drip irrigation company, they can give it in 80 rupees. In place of, we are now taking it to be 160 rupees, and as subsidy is going into the, I don't want to elaborate it, but I know that at grassroots level it's a big problem. So first of all, people like you, if you can make a scheme and suggest a scheme to government that how we can get soil health card, how we can check organic carbon, now how we can even getting drip irrigation is very important. Even if by drip irrigation we increase the productivity 2 to 2.5%. So for that reason, there is no growth in the drip irrigation companies because they are just now, many of the companies are in the line for going to NCLT because they are not getting the funds, not money, which is their legitimate, genuine right. And because of corruption, red tapeism, state government is not giving it. Actually, that whole money is going into the drainage. So somewhere, if we want to make effective implementation, we need to change the schemes. That scheme should be transparent, time-bound, result-oriented, and corruption-free. Because without irrigation, drip irrigation, we cannot increase the productivity. Now we should think about some new thing where we need to increase the organic carbon. Now, particularly the Parali problem in Delhi area, we are facing a lot of air pollution problem because people are burning that. My feeling is now there is a culture which is available where we can convert that Parali into biofertilizer and which is going to increase the organic carbon in the soil. So this type of new initiative, new schemes by which we can maintain the fertility, that is very important. Regarding water, regarding land, soil, and regarding the third important thing is the problem is related with the chemical fertilizer and biofertilizer. People are using a lot of chemical fertilizer. There are a lot of disadvantage. Now it is a proven fact. Even I am telling you, the Niti Aayog Vice President Rajiv Kumar knows that. He has done his experiment in his farm also. We are using Amrut Pani, Shivamrut. What exactly the thing is that 200 liter of water, we are adding 20 liter of Gomutra from Indian cow, and then 10 kg of gobar and 1 kg of good, by which making that 4 days we are taking it and then use it. That is Amrut Pani. In my own farm, we are getting tremendous good result. I am giving one example. In Nagpur, one of the farmer name is Patil. He is doing this Jivamrut, and he get excellent Sitafal. Once Mr. Mukesh Ambani was there and we give that Sitafal to him. Every year Mukesh Ambani and his family contacted to Nagpur. They say, whatever your price, maybe please send it because it is organic and its size is very big, quality is excellent. So the people are giving good response. In my own farm, I am using organic farming by this Jivamrut and selling my vegetables and other thing by 10 rupees more rate. But it is not certified as organic, because I don't have that much system and other thing where we need to take it all formalities for that. But this can be possible. So somewhere we need to find out how we can reduce the cost. Now I'm giving you an example. I am just going to launch a tractor. I am transport minister, so it's possible for me. We are now launching a tractor, my own tractor, 15 years old. We convert into CNG. And now that tractor, there is a saving of 1 lakh rupees per acre if they can use CNG in place of diesel. So 1 lakh rupees is a big amount for the farmer. So somewhere we need to reduce expenditure cost, which the farmers has to, there is no alternative for him. He has to make the expenditure for his survival. So somewhere we can make the schemes by which we can reduce the expenditure cost, we can increase the productivity, and at the same time, we need to find out some way outs. Now, you take an example we are talking about cold chain. Now, the state government, all the state government giving power for the cold storage with the 9 rupees per unit, and they treat it as a commercial. Now, country needs storage system for onion, for tomato, for fruits, for vegetables. It is the need of the country. In our Nasik area, when they get when the onion comes to market, the rate is 2 rupees, 4 rupees per kg. And when onion is not in the market, there is no season for that, the rate going to 70 to 80 rupees. Still in our country, we don't have storage system for onions. That is a different type of system. So if we can make a storage system for onion in every metro cities and district headquarters, 100% we can control the price of onions. We don't need, we can protect the interest of the farmers, and we can protect the interest of the consumers also. Now, my feeling is regarding the power cost for cold storage for fruits and vegetable. Now the IQF is available, the technology is available. From the food ministry, there is a lot of subsidy. We have farmers produce company and IQF also. Our farmers group, we are exporting 20 container of fruit vegetables to Dubai and 7 container of vegetable to Canada. There is a huge market is available in Russia, Japan, everywhere. But sanction for this scheme, the total procedure is so complicated. So somewhere the people like you have to make the audit of the scheme, not only financial audit. The performance audit of the persons and performance audit of the schemes is equally important. That how we can make it transparent, time-bound, result-oriented, and corruption-free. We are declaring a lot of schemes. We are making budget for crores of rupees. But main problem is whether this money is going to the farmer or not. Whether they are getting the advantage of all this thing or not. This is the $1 million question where a lot of problems are there. Even the NABARD schemes and the schemes from the government also, we need to check the things. And I will request to all of you, when you are only supposed to make the financial audit as a cost accountant, but I will request you should make a performance audit of the scheme. What are the lapses? What are the problems in the scheme? Why this is not effective? Whether the money is going to the farmer, whether they are beneficial or not, whether their productivity is increased or not, or somewhere what are the changes we need by which we can be more helpful for the farmer. That is exactly the thing which we need to find out. Without that, I feel that it will be really a difficult task. The sum of the task which is related with the surplus production. Now, sugar surplus, rice surplus, wheat surplus, corn surplus, and in edible oil, we have a shortage. Actually, we are importing 90,000 crore we are spending for importing edible oil. So why we are not in position to change the crop pattern? Particularly the area where the maximum we can go for edible oil, for edible oil seeds, by which we can increase that production, by which we can resolve the problem of the country. But presently we are importing the edible oil of 90,000 crore. My pet subject is I am making from last 12 years that diversification of agriculture towards energy and power sector. Even we can make the ethanol economy of 2 lakh crore. Presently we are already, oil companies are ready to purchase ethanol for 5 years. We have decided to add ethanol in petrol, some 22%, where we need 1600 crore liter, where only ethanol available is only 400 crore liter. Even we cannot go up to the 10%. Then we are now allowing making ethanol from rice. But 1 ton of rice giving 480 liter of ethanol. 1 ton of corn is giving 380 liter of ethanol. By at least as a MSME minister, we have taken a decision. And I have a meeting with the agriculture secretary and the non-conventional energy secretary and the petroleum secretary. And we are planning now to make 1,000 distillery making ethanol from rice in the country. At least 500 distilleries making ethanol from sugarcane juice. In place of sugar mill, they will take sugarcane juice and directly take it to the ethanol. They can make it. We are now also got 100% bikes on ethanol from Bajaj and TVS. Even in Canada, USA, and Brazil, they are using flex engine, where there is an alternative to the consumer, either 100% petrol or 100% ethanol. So this ethanol economy we can develop up 2 lakh crore, where out of 2 lakh crore, 1 lakh crore will be directly going to the farmers. And that is going to be a great help to the farmer as far as what our mission is to make his income double. So some of the points which are related with the soil, some of the points which are related with the fertilizers, some of the points which are related with the particularly the seed, and also insecticides, pesticides, price are so high. Now there are a lot of new alternatives which are very, very cost effective, by which we can save the farmers from that. The insecticides, pesticides, either the contact or systemic, the costs are very high. They are exploiting the farmers. And whatever the successful experiment, the organic successful experiment by which some of the people, they are using different type of things and by which they are getting success. So why we are not promoting such type of successful practices can be very much helpful for the farmer. I feel that just I have given an example of tractor. Suppose 10 acres of land, one tractor is there to the farmer. If he can save 1 lakh rupees per year by using CNG in it, nothing like that. What I am talking to you is of my own practical experience. I am making 80 ton of bio-CNG per day. We have converted 200 buses on bio-CNG. This is practically possible. I am not talking anything theoretically. We are making experiments for organic carbon. So my suggestion is, in an integrated approach, we need to reduce the expenditure cost by using the different type of good quality of seeds and exactly correct planning for fertilizer. By using the cost on fertilizer and by making soil testing, we can increase the productivity and we can save the cost on fertilizer. And regarding marketing also and crop pattern also, we should think in the line that what is the need of the country. On the basis of that, we need to plan a crop pattern. Now the Haryana government is giving 7,000 rupees subsidy per acre for not for they want to ban the particularly plantation for paddy. So those who are not taking paddy, they will get 7,000 rupees as a subsidy. So every state, there is no coordination, communication, and cooperation between the schemes. Somewhere by scientific and very, very realistic approach, we have to find out what is demand and supply, what is the requirement, what is surplus, what is not. On the basis of that, we have to plan the agriculture. Otherwise, presently the situation is really challenging. It's a problematic, and because of surplus of production, the MSP price also, it's very difficult to give it to people. We don't have that much storage. That is also a problem. So in a situation, by technically, scientifically, logically, ethically, economically, we have to find out the way outs. We have to resolve these problems. We have to resolve these obstacles which are presently facing. Otherwise, it is very difficult. So the people like you who are particularly making the research, study, and economic analysis and expenditure cost, exactly the all your subject, which I know I'm not the expert of all these things. But this is the time I feel that crop-wise, state-wise, region-wise, district-wise, regarding irrigation facilities, that is also equally important. When after 6-7 months before, I was the Minister for Water Resources. At that time, there was from 1970, there was a big dispute between the states. Out of 11 disputes, I bulldozed the thing, and at least 8 disputes had resolved between Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand, Himachal, and we will resolve the issue. Our and the water which we have right is going to Pakistan in 3 rivers. And we have a quarrels between Punjab and Haryana for the water. So such type of lot of issues are there. We just make concreting of laying concrete for Indira Canal. That is going to useful now. The project, the work is going on, and it is going to helpful for Rajasthan, going water to 9 districts of Rajasthan by only making that concrete layer on that canal. So there are a lot of innovation. Now there is also a good innovation that presently the power rate for in the states is very high. Now every state is giving 5,000, 6,000 subsidy for farmers for the electricity board. So now there is a good model that there is a solar park in a Westland. We can make a solar park of 3 megawatt, 5 megawatt, and giving that connection to the all farmers. 3 horsepower, 5 horsepower, the motors are there. And they will get power from morning 8 o'clock to up to 5, 6 o'clock. So that power is available with 2 rupees 60 paisa. And presently the state government giving power to the farmers, the rate coming to 6 rupees 50 paisa. There is a huge loss for the government. If we can change the policy and giving it, it can be very, very viable for the farmers. By using best technology, successful practices, innovations, and reducing the expenditure cost and increase the productivity and plan for crop pattern, at the same time diversification of agriculture towards energy and power sector where the import substitute cost effective, pollution free. Even the Praj from Pune, they have successfully completed the project. From ethanol, they are making aviation fuel. Our Air Force and fighter jet and helicopters, already they clear the things. And 17 countries now approved this fuel, aviation fuel. So that can be a market for farmer. So somewhere from fruits to vegetable, everywhere, we have to plan in a proper way. We have to make the exact transparent, time-bound, result-oriented and corruption-free system. And our implementation is very important. Presently, our approach is very negative. Our institution like NABARD, they are, whatever the scheme is prepared, they have to understand the grassroots level problem. And the people like you who can identify the problem by which we need to rectify our schemes. And only then it can be possible to double the income of agriculture. I know that you have some limitations, but when you are making the research and study of all the things on the cost accounting point of this agriculture view, I feel that your approach and your study also will be very much useful for the government. I am giving my special thanks to all of you. And agriculture is a very, very favorite subject for me, touching to my heart, because I'm coming from the area where 10,000 farmers make suicide. I'm from Nagpur, Vidarbha. And I am dedicated my life to work for them. So I know what are the problem on grassroots level, how we can reduce the expenditure cost. I just taking initiative in Nagpur making farmer produce company. It's a very good scheme. And we exported 6 containers of Nagpur oranges to Dubai. Then also 20 containers we are expected that we need to transport there to export there. Then we are making farmer society now. Farmer produce society, and 1 acre of greenhouse we are making, and where we'll make the organic farming, and we want to export that through vegetables to Canada. They will get good price. So somewhere there are a lot of confusions, there are a lot of problems with the schemes, but somehow with an integrated approach. And we have to maintain the cooperation, coordination, and communication between the all stakeholders. And by making the audit of the previous our schemes to understand positive and negative point, on the basis of that we have to rectify the schemes, and it should be transparent, time-bound, result-oriented, and corruption-free. And if it is possible for you that you can recommend it to the government that it should be digitalized, definitely it is going to helpful for the things, and by which 100% by taking all type of these preventive measures, I feel that we will 100% change the scenario of agriculture. Once again, I'm giving my all best wishes to all of you. Whatever my practical experience and what I feel as a farmer, the problem which we are facing on that experience, I share my views with you. You can make more research, and also you can make a technically a scientific approach by which you can resolve this problem ethically, economically, and logically. I'm giving my all best wishes to all of you, and you are taking initiative in this subject. I am very positive that 100% you will get success in it, and it is going to benefit it to the farmers of India. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir. Thank you, sir, for your such a beautiful and enthusiastic speech. It will be definitely enhancing our tremendous zeal to work for this particular sector. Sir, throughout the day, we are holding programs in the various chapters. We have got 110 chapters, sir. We are holding programs at Bangalore, Hyderabad, Kolkata, everywhere we are doing the program today. And it was a beautiful, sir, experience for us. Sir, already with a view to contribute to this agricultural sector, whatever you have told, sir, today, we have already, you will be very happy that our institute, the National Institute of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise, Hyderabad, are going to sign and move today on academic research and training collaborations. And as also, I am, sir, pleased to tell you, sir, that we have come with a signing a MOU agreement with GPS Institute of Agricultural Management for having our works towards contributing in the fields of agriculture related activities, so that we can further the research activities, whatever you have suggested, sir. And ultimately, sir, I am telling you, we are very much confident that the performance audit, what you are talking about, we are already on the job. We are very much enthused because your continuous, discussions over various forums is giving us tremendous zeal to work for the cause of the nation. Sir, it's a really fantastic idea you have given, and we are continuously working for that. We have with us Task Force Committee Chairman, Mr. P. Raju Iyer. He will be just putting some of his visions. Sir, before I hand over to Raju Iyer, sir, it's my mind, so I'm telling you, we want to meet you, sir, one day on this particular issue, because your knowledge, your wisdom will definitely help us to work further. Sir, we'll be asking for your some very valuable time, so that our Task Force Committee Chairman, Dr. Sri Chava, Jitendra Rao, those who are here, all our cost accountants, they can contribute for the cause of the nation, sir. Over to Dr. Raju Iyer.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Our Honorable Minister, Nitin Gadkari ji, and our President, CMA Biswarupa ji, and Chittaranjan Chatterjee, A2Z Murthy ji, and Neeraj Joshi ji, Swayari sir. So I wish to highlight that we are bringing a concept paper on agriculture, and it has come out with a concept note on agriculture, emphasizing the augmenting the farmer's income. In the institute may come out further with the research reports periodically for the benefit of the paper. But as you have highlighted, sir, as you have highlighted, we have included all those things: organic manure, ancillary income to agriculture is collective farming, balanced crop mix, and agro industries, how they can add in the financial discipline and inventory management and the mapping of CMA in agriculture and data collection. We are having one certificate accounting technician course, wherein we have students from rural area and our foundation students who will be involving in data collection, so that we will be able to support the government initiative and give the actual data, like what you said, how the soil conservation, how soil is, and what can be used, and all those things, sir. Sir, as our CMA on performance audit, as you highlighted, we already prepared the concept paper, and which will be requesting you to release it within a week or this, when we are the next month we will be able to do it. I request you to kindly release the same on the performance management. And I am very much pleased to inform you that the Institute of GPS Institute has agreed to sign the agreement. We are pleased to have Sri Mahesh G. Sethi, Chairman and Managing Director of GPS Institute, and CMA Ravindranath Kausik, Task Force member, and who is working towards this, and Dr. Senthil, Dean of GPS Institute, and the faculty members jointly associate and work towards contributing in the field of agriculture and related activities. GPS Institute focuses on confidence and skill building young graduates, making them enabled to analyzing and advising the farming community, and also taking up various agriculture-related projects with an entrepreneurial mindset. We will be able to sign. We are able to sign the MOU, and we will be signing the MOU, and we will forward a copy to you, so that we will be highlighting the value. Same day, we are signing the MOU with the MSME in Hyderabad, and where our A2Z Murthy is signing the MOU, and which is going to be research and training collaboration between the two premier institutes for overall benefit the growth of MSME sector and India. And I wish every success for the initiative taken to you, and which will be need your blessings for the successful thing. And I wish to inform you that yesterday we had a very good successful program within Nagpur, and where our Sri Chava sir and Mr. Same Bansur from agro industries and Rawal from NABARD. They have addressed, and where we have highlighted various projects which we will be submitting to you along with our concept note where we can make this. And today, as he has highlighted, we have in Jamshedpur, we had a full day course going on this, and we have our technical session wherein we have eminent personalities to address in the technical session. The guest of honor, Sri Ramachandra Rao, and who is a MLC in Andhra Pradesh and a EC member of BJP and active ABP leader during the college and bar association and columnist and senior advocate. He is addressing on agriculture farming, who himself is advocate. CMA PVN Madhav, who is also MLC from graduate constituency and who is associated with the Swadeshi Jagaran movement and national secretary of BJOM and chairman for our Visakhapatnam chapter. They will be addressing in the technical issues, and we have the continuous programs, and we request your blessing and support for the concept paper. And we are also bringing the CMA Agri Bulletin, and I'm very happy to know that it will be released by you today, the first issue. And the concept paper also we are submitting today, and we request you to kindly release the same.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please announce, sir, from your word of mouth, sir. Please announce, just announce, sir.
Okay, sir, I'm releasing this paper and I'm giving my best wishes to all of you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I am a former participant here. May I have the chance of speaking, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
May I have the chance of speaking to the minister? Hello. My name is Sudhakar Reddy.
Sir, I think he has left, sir. He has left.
It's okay, but then let me speak to you. I know Jitendra Rao. I don't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can share your views. We will have a detailed program to be conducted by our by our coordinators. You can definitely express your views, sir. We will take a note of your views, sir. Please hold some time, sir. I mean, let the people conduct. Even they will come in an order of priority for you, sir. Definitely, sir.
I request our Secretary Kaushik Banerjee to propose the formal vote of thanks to the minister.
May I speak to please? Hello.
Sir, kindly hold on.
Chitran Chatterjee, you just unmute your mic.
I would request formally give a vote of thanks to this inaugural session, Ms. Riva Chaudhary, CM Area Chaudhary, to give formal vote of thanks for the inaugural session, because after this we shall start our program on the sustainable agriculture for Atmanirbhar Bharat. That our honorable minister has given us a roadmap. Based on that roadmap, our will be covered by our learned speakers who are here. And I request Mr. Sudhakar Reddy also to be here to discuss along with our panelists who will be here. All the panelists I request to remain in the studio. So I will be just requesting our CMA Riva Chaudhary to for vote of thanks.
We are very much thankful to Sri Nitin Gadkari, sir, Honorable Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways and Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India, for coming to our session and giving his blessings. We are really very much thankful to you, sir. We are also thankful to our President, CMA Vishwarup Basu, sir, President, Institute of Cost Accountants of India. We are very much thankful to CMA P. Raju Iyer, sir, Vice President and Chairman, Agriculture Task Force, Institute of Cost Accountants of India. We are very much thankful to CMA Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay, Central Council Member and Chairman, BFSI and Indirect Taxation Committee. We are very much thankful to CMA A to Z Murthy, sir, Central Council Member and Chairman, Research Journal Committee. We are very much thankful to CMA Vijendra Sharma, sir, Central Council Member, Chairman, PD and PD Committee. We are very much thankful to CMA Neeraj Joshi, sir, Central Council Member and Chairman, Management Accounting Committee and member. And also, he is also the member of Agriculture Task Force. We are very much thankful to our members of Agriculture Task Force, CMA Santosh Sharma, sir, the CMA Dr. Srihari Chava, sir, CMA Jitendra Rao, sir, CMA R.K. Sinha, sir, CMA Ravindranath Kaushik, sir. We are very much thankful to CMA PVN Madhav's Honorable MLC. We are very much thankful to Sri N. Brahmacharan Rao, Honorable MLC. We are very much thankful to all the participants who have joined in today's webinar. So, with blessings of Honorable Minister, I would like to thank all of you. So I hope that we will get the blessings in future also in all our endeavors. And so, with this, I end here. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining us in this event. Thank you. Over to you, Chittaranjan sir. Yeah. Now we will be starting with the technical session. So I would like to request CMA P. Raju Iyer sir to kindly welcome, to kindly give his welcome address and start the technical session.
Respected Deputy Director, as our Minister has highlighted,
Please.
we have a lot of things and we are reviewing the council papers also, and we are having eminent personalities who will be now speaking in the technical section. And first, we will request the MLC Ramachandra Rao, who is the MLC in Andhra Pradesh and Executive Committee member of BJP and active in ABP leader, doing this as a member of Bar Association, to address the members.
I only supplement my Vice President, sir, Mr. Ramachandra Rao from Telangana.
Yes, so Telangana, AP and Telangana, yes.
Other service states only, but I'm just informed.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good evening to everybody, sir. First, let me thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to interact with you all on this very important and burning subject present. In fact, I was present when Mr. Nitin Gadkari was giving his speech. He has got a lot of insight on this agriculture, and he has got a lot of grip on the subject of various aspects of the agriculture and allied activities. Now, after this Government of India has enacted 3 acts. One is amendment, another 2 are new amendments, new acts. So there has been a lot of myths and a lot of confusion and a lot of doubts over this particular enactments. Now, I would like to concentrate on a few issues where we have to think that why these laws were brought and what was the purpose of bringing these legislations, and what way it is going to help the farmers, and then why this particular legislation is going on at present in the country. So I think this is very much required, because every time, whenever there is a change in sociological, political, economic, and even scientific arena, there's a need that we change our laws and we also change our particular area of, the approach, to change our approach to certain activities. Now, we know that during the last several years, agricultural field was not so much given importance, and it was only spoken about. We always speak about farmers. We say that farmer is a king. We are farmers as rulers. Because of them, we are getting food. All this rhetoric was there. But no one really thought of improving their lifestyle and their lives, improving their lives, their income. Today a farmer in such a condition that one has to, we have to really, because I'm a MLC, and then I spoke on several issues regarding the agriculture and several instances of farmer suicides in our state here, Telangana. And then we came to learn that the farmer commits suicide not only because of the crop failures, because of other sociological issues also. Like a farmer has to make his son study, so he sells his land or keeps his land mortgages it with someone, and then he has to pay his debt, and then when he is unable to pay those debts, he ultimately ends his life. For the marriages of his daughter or some children or granddaughter, these farmers who do not get proper price for their crops, they have no other alternative except to mortgage their agricultural land with some financiers in their local areas. So these are the other sociological angles and reasons for the farmer committing suicide. So therefore, Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi has said that double the income of the farmers first. And then farmers, what they require a proper price for the produce. One, they require a place where to sell, and to sell where they get good price. These are certain issues where the basic issues which for any farmer will think. Now we have a system of marketing, we have marketing committees in our country, very strong marketing committee. We have market ads in our, at least in my state, I know there are marketing committees, there are marketing ads, and there are storages. It is not sufficient for the farmers to store
newspaper ad 68 newspapers.
And whenever it is required, when the prices are not good, and then the market being controlled by commission agents, purchasing the farm produce from the farmers at a lower price. Now we all know that the agro industries and food industries in our country and elsewhere also, it is on increase. We see chips factory, we see ketchups, we see several other products. Earlier these products were not there. Now we know that these type of products, they require a large scale of potatoes, tomatoes or something like that. We have to purchase from the markets where the farmer sells his produce, and ultimately the producer, the purchaser purchases it from the commission agent at higher price, and the farmer gets very little. Now the companies will directly have an agreement with the farmers. The middleman's role will be totally finished, and farmer will get good price for his crops. That is the entire endeavor of these enactments, where the farmer ultimately should get benefit. Now, what are the reasons that why people are opposing it? Now, one must understand, sir, that for example, the Leher chips is there, or ketchup factories are there, Kisan ketchup factory. Now they are going to directly purchase with the farmers. Now, doubt is raised by some people that the farmer's land will not be safe. The agreement is with the crop, not with the land. So therefore, the farmer need not worry that his land will be again occupied by the purchaser or by the manufacturer or by the companies who are going to enter into agreement. It is only for the crop, and moreover, it will be a signed contract which will give legal protection to the farmer. Now, secondly, the farmer will get all the inputs, all his other seeds and other things by the company, because it is for them they are producing. So land, the farmer, everything will be safe, and land will not be mortgaged, and land will not be the part of the contract, land will not be the part of the agreement. So therefore, saying that the land will be given to the corporates, which will be taken over by the corporates, is a myth, and it is a false propaganda. Secondly, as far as MSP is concerned, it is very much clear that MSP, the India government has been increasing from time to time for the last 5 years. If you compare the MSP's rate, which I have figures with me, I don't want to go on these details, but MSPs, whenever the markets were there and whenever farmers had a natural calamity and their produce were not being purchased by commission agents, it was the government which procured. During the 2014 and 2019, highest procurement by the government was there when compared to the procurement made during the UPA government from 2009 to 2014. It was almost 10 times more, not double or triple, 10 times more procurement. And then the budget which was given, allocated to agriculture during the UPA government, it was only 1.24 lakhs crores. But during the NDA government, it was 2.4 lakhs crores. It was a budget allocation. So therefore, even the budget allocation, even the MSP, and even the procurement by the government was more during the NDA government. So therefore, the MSP will be affected, MSP will remove. This type of, it is only a myth. MSP is not mentioned in the farm bill at all. They want this farm MSP to be actually included. But the thing is that MSP remains MSP remains, and it is mentioned in the Act that in the Farmers Employment Agreement on Price Assurance Form, referred point number 5, the guaranteed price or any suitable benchmark price, that is MSP. It has been, they have not mentioned MSP, but they have used the word, there is a mention of guaranteed price or any suitable benchmark price, and it is equated with the MSP. So therefore, the farmers need not worry that the MSP is also being removed. So this is the second point. The third aspect, which as far as the movement of the products is concerned, the movement of the products in one nation, one market. So Atmanirbhar Bharat is Atmanirbhar for agriculturalists, farmers. So a farmer, if he feels that he is not getting proper price in Hyderabad, he will go and sell it in Bangalore and Bombay, whatever it may be. So there is a system of e-NAM, that is e-marketing. So e-national market. So the farmer can know where his products are being sold at higher price. So he need not succumb to the local commission agents or the market commission agents to sell their products at a lower price at the same place where they produce it. They can move the farm. So therefore, this makes a farmer to sell his goods across anywhere in the country. And now there is a requirement of more of the storages, cold storages and other storages. So these acts will also give that infrastructure facility of creating more and more storing facilities. And therefore, the Essential Commodities Act, where there is certain bar on certain commodities where they cannot be stored because it amounts to hoarding, where that cannot be moved to other places because the essential commodities will be sold in some place. So this barrier will be removed, and Essential Commodities Amendment will help the farmers to move their produce and move their goods from one place to another place freely without any legal obstacles. So therefore, this was the intention of the government of India, that the farmers should double their income. One, farmers should also use the modern techniques and also use the techniques of the market. Farmers should be given an atmosphere where the middlemen do not work and get the fair price for them, and so that the middlemen should not be play main place. The problem is that why only one region of the country's farmers are agitating, while the other parts of the country the farmers are not that proactive. Only political reasons some people are agitating. This agitation is purely based on myths and based on manifold intentions. Firstly, Punjab and Haryana, Punjab has not implemented these acts. Now, when these acts are not implemented, why the Punjab farmers are coming forward in such a large scale? One must understand that in Punjab, the market agents are the lobbyists. They are the people who control the entire market in the entire Punjab. And their income is somewhere more than 1,800 to 2,000 crores per year. So therefore, these are certain things where the farmers of the Punjab are being instigated by the market commission agency. In a simple language, I'm just telling why this type of agitation is going on. Telangana, we don't have farmers agitating, though the government may give a bandh call officially, though some political parties may support it. But as far as the entire country's farmers are concerned, farmers are now understanding that it is the betterment for their life that these enactments are there. Now, as far as recent elections in Rajasthan, rural elections were there, local body elections. It was the government of India's ruling party which won the entire elections there. 90% of the seats were won by them. So therefore, the farmers are being misled by certain sections, certain political forces, only for the sake of taking political mileage, and also with a grudge that they are losing certain income because of these acts. So I think, by and large, these acts, enactments and amendments are made for the betterment of the farmers, and definitely the farmers are going to be benefited with it. Their life conditions, their livelihood will definitely be doubled now. Their income will be doubled. And I think these are certain things which myths are there. It has to be removed from the people. And for that, the intelligentsia of this country should come forward and try to make people aware of these things. Today, on the day of this Kisan Divas, I think this is a very good program conducted by your organization, and I definitely congratulate you all. But one thing before I leave, I just would like to mention here that farmers are backbone of our Indian economy. The modern techniques has to be used by them. They have to be given proper atmosphere, good fertilizers, and it was everything is in these all. So I think this is the act which everyone has to support. Even the farmer leaders like Sharad Joshi, Mahesh Tikek, they all have supported this particular act. And I think the country will definitely understand the real bona fide intentions of the government of India in these three farming laws. And in fact, when Sharad Pawar was the agriculture minister, he himself wrote to the chief minister to see that APMC is amended, and the manifesto of the Congress party also had the amendment of APMC in their manifesto. But even then, no, they are not able to, in fact, understand the digestive fact that the government of India brought these three legislations with Parliament with good majority, by in spite of some of our own partners opposing it. So I think there are political reasons, and there are certain other vested interest reasons of the market agencies that this act is being distorted, and misnotion is being created on this. So I am very well thankful to the organizers for taking up this program, and I think your program will definitely make people aware of what is the real intention. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Your speech was highlighted and motivated. It's an excellent delivery.
My request to everybody, sir, my request to everybody, whenever
please,
speak,
may I talk?
Everybody should mute.
Wait for a minute, sir. Now I request CMA Sri Mahesh Shetty, Managing Director and Chairman of GST Institute, and Ravindra Kaushik to highlight the significance of MOU and what are the salient points of the MOU for 2 minutes. Thank you,
Before
sir.
that, with the permission of organizers, before that, Mr. Ramachandra Garu addressed us in Staff Assembly of Hyderabad. Mr. Ramachandra is not a new member. He addressed our Staff in Hyderabad and also has many points in Hyderabad. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Over to Mr. G. Shetty. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much and I'd like to congratulate all of you for taking up this wonderful initiative on National Farmers Day. We in GPS Institute of Agriculture Management try to bridge the gap of basic education to what is the real requirement at the farmer's field. So we try to impart practical knowledge to our students. And as our Honorable Minister rightly said, soil testing is a very important aspect of this whole program. And our concentration is on balanced nutrition, which by itself could reduce anywhere between 25 to 40% of requirement of any pesticide or insecticide or even fungicides. So while we are concentrating on this, we are very happy to be associated with the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. And we are very sure that this association will surely enrich the knowledge of our students also, who will be the future agriculture entrepreneurs, but it will also really motivate the farming community who will be much benefited with this association. I would like to thank the President of ICI, CMA Biswarup Basu, Vice President CMA Raju Iyer, all the members of the Agriculture Task Force, especially Mr. CMA Ravindranath Kaushik, who has been instrumental in this setting up this agri costing cell, which we'll be hosting at our institute. We are confident that together we would come up with a lot of innovative ideas which could really help our farming community. To take up one of the ideas which our minister gave, I would like to suggest on audit of performance. One idea could be to look into the quality of inputs that have been supplied through various state governments, because there is a major flaw in this issue, which I'm sure the institute could really help in looking into it, because when the quality of the input itself is at question, then the results of it will obviously be negative. So we also have been trying to work ourselves on this issue, and I'm sure with your support, we will be really benefiting the farming community of India. Thank you very much for this wonderful initiative. Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, we have a lot of students, especially we have a student from rural area in Certificate of Accounting Technician course, which our council member CMA H. Padmanabhan is heading as a chairman, and he will be in touch with you to how the both students can be utilized for getting the data.
Sure.
Now, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you for the MOU, and we will move forward. And I wish to inform you that CMA PVN Madhav is our own member, and who was the chapter chairman in Visakhapatnam, and who is a MLC from graduate constituency, and who is a member of Swadeshi Jharkhand movement. I request A2Z Murthy to introduce Madhav, which will be very much valuable. I request Murthy sir to introduce CMA PVN Madhav.
Again, good evening to all of you. Madhav sir is known to all of us for the last 25 years. He is our CMA, fellow member of the institute, and he was very much active in Swadeshi Jharkhand movement in the country. He was also made secretary of the Swadeshi Jharkhand at national level. Hails from RSS family, and he does much work for RSS and also to RSS to the nation, Sangh Seva. And he's our recently, I think 4th year, 4 years back, he has become MLC of Andhra from graduate constituency. He's a good friend of us. He's a cost accountant by profession. We have Ramachandra Rao sir, who is from the largest profession of the world, advocate, and we have with us Sri Madhav from CMA. Now I request Madhav sir to enlighten us, being cost accountant and also as a family from agricultural family. Thank you, Mr. Madhav. Thank you.
Namaste, and so at the outset, I want to thank everyone for inviting me, and especially Murthy Garu for making me present on this very august occasion, National Farmers Day, and along with the panel where the chief guest is Nitin Gadkari, and we are beloved leader, and we take inspiration from him. He's not just a politician; he's an entrepreneur and as well as a professional. So, what are the changes, the revolutions that he made in this state of Vidarbha? Or birth-taking, even taking a cue of what kind of revolutionary agriculture practices he made makes us awestruck. So that kind of a personality was an apt person to address every one of us. He has given insights how he has transformed the agriculture sector in his region. Not just the sugar which we are doing, he went into organic farming. And in organic farming also a lot of revolution that he brought. And through his organization, it's definitely a task that can be emulated by the government. So he has a person who has shown things in action. So what all things that he's done in Vidarbha, the drought-prone area. So all these things are things to study for. And today we have invited Sri Nitin Gadkari as a chief guest, and that's a welcome thing. And we all got inspired, I think, by his speech. And I thank Chittaranjan Chatterjee, Raju Iyer Garu, and our president, and my party colleague and MLC Sri Ramachandra Rao Garu, and all other distinguished CMA members in the panel. I just don't want to dwell into what all the three revolutionary agriculture bills that have come in, but we as a professional CMAs have a definitely great look, because what all the four-pronged strategy that the state, the national government is speaking of doubling the income, farmers' income by 2020, the four-pronged strategy is decreasing the input costs. It comes under the costing part, how the input cost can be decreased. Second thing is ensuring that proper price is given to the produce. So what kind of price can be calculated, that also belongs to the financial professionals. And third thing is ensuring that losses of post-harvest and pre-harvest losses can be minimized. So this also minimizing the losses. I think it's our jurisdiction where in which all the CMA professional can definitely play a role. And fourth strategy is how can we increase the income of farmers. So by multiple activities that they can do along with agriculture. So this also comes how the income generation can be doubled So all the four-pronged strategies which the government ensues in the agriculture sector are belonging to our own professionals, and definitely we can make a lot of contribution. And the task force we have kept for the agriculture is a right thing that our professionals should do. And I congratulate each and everyone for thinking in the right direction. And definitely will add a lot of value. It is like yoga karma kaushalam. It is not the price, the value we add. So definitely what all the deliberations, what are the thought process, what are the things we dwell in will definitely help the government to do things in a better way. And now people are talking a lot about agriculture. Definitely agriculture has come to the stage where which people started recognizing that agriculture requires all kind of help. So what kind of help that agriculture requires is a thing that everybody should think of. All governments, including all politicians, cannot ignore farmers, because farmers are the most vital element, the voters. So people started, all governments since our independence. So they started that thinking farmers and voters. The farmers are not voters. They are just life-sustaining people. Because of them, we are all live. Like the soldiers at the borders, farmers everywhere. Gives us the food, the most important ingredients of everyone's life: food, water, and shelter. So food is most important thing that every one of us think in the morning, morning till our sleep. Every minute, the food, our thought process is around food. So the people who produce for us, definitely the most important thing that we should all watch for, and what all the things that can make him more sustainable, so that the happiness of farmers will definitely add happiness to our life. So from beach to bazaar, this is what Narendra Modi ji was telling: from beach to bazaar, from seed to market. So what all the things that are involved in every area, people should think of making it more sustainable and more productive. So what kind of productive process can be added? These all are the things we can dwell in. And the three agrarian bills which are bought, that were existing in our system, should definitely be gone off, and definitely new strategy should come up, and farmer should be, happiness of the farmer is the utmost thing that we should think of. And now the government has, Narendra Modi has came up with a new idea by name called Arya, intention and revitalizing towards agriculture. So retaining youth towards agriculture is the buzzword that more youth are coming into agriculture, and more people who are erudite, who are educated professionals are coming into agriculture. This is a welcome thing that should happen. And today, what all we are talking, the marginal farmers, a lot set of 80% of the farming community belongs to marginal farmers who have less than 1 acre of land, who are having all kinds of problems. And this sector, the 80% agrarian people who are into small farming dwellings, these people should be, and the attention should be drawn. So for them, the panacea for this is like contract farming, FPOs, through which the cooperative farming can be encouraged. Corporate farming is a bird, definitely giving a lot of dividends to all the marginal farmers. And definitely government is thinking on these lines. Already in Tamil Nadu, Punjab, and Orissa, contract farming has given a lot of dividends to farmers. And there are a lot of shortcomings also. The shortcomings can be put forth, and right kind of strategy where the marginal farmers can be helped much. And the value chain, the food chain that is being thought of can be can definitely give lots of dividends to the farmers. And government should definitely think in these lines. And what the present regime is thinking, there should be a single market, one nation. So this single market will definitely ensure the price stability also. Like what we have the price stability in gold, the price stability we have on all other things. So definitely there'll be an index for all the agriculture produce, and people buying anywhere will have the same price. They'll not have an advantage. If I belong to some place else, I'll be getting at a later price. So agriculture income generation, what kind of strategies should be implied, and what kind of things, definitely our task force will definitely give a lot of idea. Everybody is thinking this process has started since, and no kind of talking, no kind of communication has been done. It is not such. There was one committee in 2001 where Atal Bihari Vajpayee Garu has formed Shankar Lal Gupta Commission. The only thing that Shankar Lal Gupta Commission has told is the only thing that the government should do is to talk with farmers. this will ease the farmer is facing. No one is talking with farmers. I got struck. Why people are not talking with farmers? Nobody is talking with farmers, and the policies
So
are
next
made.
who will be speaker?
The policies which were made.
Are there any past presidents present now?
So these kind of people who are implementing the policies that were successful elsewhere doesn't suit our own country. So they have asked, talk with farmers, talk with the agriculture officers, then frame the policies. Definitely, it will have a lot of things that a lot of solutions will also be given. So, and also giving the agriculture profession the highest preference. Everybody should opt for agriculture. That's kind of an atmosphere. Ecosystem should be developed. So, taking cue from Shankar Lal Gupta's committee reports, 2001, the expert committee has started. 2002, the task force of ministerial has come in. Then after that, we have this model APMC Act. Then after this APMC Act, there's a joint CM's conference. Then the National Agriculture Commission has come. And the story goes on till 2020, wherein which the real thing has started in 2014, first time. Narendra Modi ji has brought what are the miraculous things that have done in Gujarat. He has brought into light, and things have started by ENAM, National Agriculture Market, one market that can sustain, people can anywhere can get the better price. And today's the 3 agriculture bills that have brought into light, and definitely reforms people are not accepting as such. So there'll be a lot of cry against, there'll be voices against it, for it also. During the 1991 globalization period, people were talking about the Dunkel draft. Everybody is saying, nobody knows the iota of Dunkel draft, but everybody is criticizing. All the parties in opposition also criticizing. So people are not going to learn what it really impacts. So similarly, during the automation time, when the computers have come, automation is anti-nation. This is a slogan being given. And now also, some kind of initiatives that were taken. So first, we should accept the invitations to study what these things will have impact on the agrarian sector. Then we can definitely talk about the pro cons and what are the things that will benefit the farmers, or which will mark them in. Then we can go ahead. So this kind of a thing is going on, and definitely our task force on agriculture will definitely give so many lights in this direction. And definitely every expert professional will definitely add to agriculture, and agriculture should not be left, and everybody should contribute to that bit. I thank Murthy Garu and others for giving this opportunity, and I do want to play a role in this task force for agriculture. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Mr. Madhav Garu. Both the MLCs are staying, though they are staying in cities. One is Hyderabad, one is Visakhapatnam. Their background is from rural background. Both the MLCs are they know the difficulties, the plight story of the farmers very well. Definitely, these 2 MLCs will come forward and help us. We will take the thank you by phone call. They have accepted my request to be with us. A big thanks to both of you.
Madhavji, thank you, sir. Thank you.
And sir, we will take your help. We will seek your help. Kindly be with us in the future for the development of farmer, not our institute. Farmer will be development. A big thanks to both of you. Time permits, kindly be with us. Our experts will also have. Yes, Jitendra.
Just I have only one point to our Madhav sir to bring to his attention. See, a few months back, when we were trying to promote this agricultural costing with the government of Andhra Pradesh, one Pradyumna, the IAS officer, the commissioner, was ready to have an MOU be signed with our institute to work out the costing patterns for the products that are not covered by the CACP, that is the MSP regime which announced by the CACP. For example, the tomato and onion pricing is a big concern in the state of Andhra Pradesh, particularly in districts like Anantapur and Kurnool. So he was in fact showing a lot of interest. So I request your good offices, sir, you can definitely be both as a CM and as well as an MLC. You can definitely, as a good friend of our Kannababu Garu, the Honorable Agricultural Minister, you can definitely influence him. And then we can have the first MOU, Andhra Pradesh being the first state, when we can have one more MOU for doing a very, very pilot project with reference to the costing studies on a specific product called tomato and onion.
Definitely, sir. This government is looking forward this potato, yes, onion, and tomato. So yes, in the farm gate process, they have taken this pot issue. So these 3 should be taken care of. and your initiative of talking with Pradyumna. I know him personally, and I'll also talk with Kannababu Garu. Kannababu Garu is our district minister, district in charge minister.
Thank you,
So
sir.
definitely, our CMA will definitely play a great role, and we'll be an example. We'll set an example for other states to emulate. So
Yeah.
definitely, I'll talk
Thank
to
you.
Kannababu
Thank
Garu,
Thank
and
you.
we'll see that it will happen. Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's a very good initiative and we'll move forward. Now, I request our CMA Srigari Chava, who is a member of the task force and who has initiative in conducting this program in Nagpur chapter, and along with the Joshana madam, he was able to get the minister and the minister's letters and the prime minister's letters and everything. I request Srigari Chava to address our members.
Respected President, Honorable Task Force Chairman, and dear Vice President CMA Raju Ayya, CMA Chittoda, Central Council Member, CMA Dr. Murthy, our well-wisher, and guests of honor, Mr. Ramchandra, MLC, and our own CMA Madhav, also MLC, colleagues in the task force, dear friend CMA Jitendra Rao, CMA Ravindra, I am seeing Dr. Arindam, also CMA Santosh, who is not here, and friends. I am privileged to speak to you all on this forum, and my revered greetings for the National Farmers' Day. Friends, this day sends me back my memory lane to one Mr. Krishnamurthy, a farmer from Nimkhed village in Ramtek Taluka, where about 10,000 Telugu farmers have settled themselves. And this particular farmer, he was not having a piece of land. He was interested in cultivation. This all happened about 20-25 years back. And he used to approach every government office. Sir, kindly allot me a piece of land. I am a cultivator by birth. I would like to cultivate some lands. He went on approaching, but with no result. Ultimately, he kept on visiting the district collector. He begged, borrowed, as also pestered. Ultimately, the collector took pity on him and he asked him, what do you want? Aap gaon ka mat dijiyega, but there is a 5 acres of barren land across the river, away from the village, where no one wants to go. Even if you can allot me that 5 acres of land, I'll try to do something. Collector wanted to get rid of his pestering and said, okay, I'm granting you this 5 acres of land. Mr. Krishnamurthy went back, and first thing he did was he purchased a pair of bullocks. And he told his wife, let us construct a hut in this piece of land and start working there. He dug a well and he cut the weeds. He removed the small trees. And after 5 years of cultivation, you know what happened? He was able to cultivate paddy in 2 acres, plantains in 1 acre, and mango grow in 1 acre, and vegetables for 365 days in the remaining 1 acre. And he was able to achieve an annual income range of about 20-25 years back, about over 2 lakhs. And he is the role model farmer for all of us. At the age of 50 years, he pestered the district administrator. He converted a barren piece of land of 5 acres into a gold mine. And he was staying away from the village. I visited this place and it was awesome. I can never forget that experience. The little we could do was from Rotary Forum, we felicitated him as a model farmer. Then, that also leads me to another anecdote. There's a village by name Pratapgarh in Gondia district, and this is a Tibetan settlement. When Tibetans migrated, about 600 migrants were asked to settle here, and they were given 600 acres of land. Eventually, their population grew to 1200. Their average holding per head came down to half an acre. But what they did, they went for multiple crops, they went for vegetables, they went for dairy farming, they went for poultry, they went for village industries, they went for cottage industries like weaving, etc., toy making, whatnot. And the village turned out to be a prosperous village. They were working for throughout the year, both males and females, including children. They had a model school. They had one MLC to represent them in the Tibetan Assembly. But still, they found they could not do any work. Some of them found to be idle during winter days. So why not we use this time for trading? They thought, what trading? We'll bring woolen wear from Ludhiana-like place and sell in Nagpur-like place and make some money in the process. They were not having money. They needed seed money. The seed money estimated per person was 25,000. There were 100 persons ready to do the business. They went to Union Bank of India, Pratapgarh branch. I'm naming the bank too. They said, sir, we want a loan of 25,000. The bankers naturally asked for, what is the collateral you can give? What is the security you can give? Sir, we are migrants. We can't give any collateral. If you feel pity on us, grant us the loan. Otherwise, we'll leave it to destiny. The manager was kind-hearted. Okay, take a chance. I'll recommend this proposal to my headquarters. The proposal went to Union Bank of India, headquarters Bombay. There was a GM like Chitoda. He was surprised with the proposal. What is this? Without collateral for 100 persons, a branch manager is recommending 25,000 per each. What is it? He visited the village. He interacted with the borrowers. What are you going to do? Sir, we'll use this 25,000 as seed money. 20,000 we'll give advance to Lala. And 5 times 20,000, that is, we'll bring what woolen wear worth 1 lakh, sell in Nagpur markets, pay Lala, pay you. That is how we are going to clear these loans. The GM was convinced, but your 100, say, it's not possible, all the 100 may make profit. They said, we'll have a common stall, we'll have fixed prices, and we'll keep rotating the stalls also in the order of sequence so that everyone gets the same business. And if at all, any of us fails to pay defaults, others will contribute and repay the loan. I visited that branch about 5-6 years back, and about 5-6 years back, each of them was drawing a loan of 1 lakh. Gone are the days of 25,000, and there was no default absolutely. Because they were depending on farming, as also they were depending on ancillary income. Work hard and the earth will bless you. That's the lesson I learned there. Hats off to those Tibetan farmers. Then that brings me to the Indian constraint. As is our daily routine, so is a reality written on the wall. That is growing population and stagnant land, which is gradually depleting in fertility. That is the basic problem of Indian agriculture. All are secondary, but this is the primary problem. And look at this. The Indian population as of today is 140 crores, out of which 43.4 crores stay in urban localities and 96.6 crores they stay in rural areas. And this 140 crores of population are having a zone area that is cultivable area of 14 crore hectares. So what is the per capita cultivable land? Friends, it is 0.10 hectare, which is 0.24 acres. This is a mind-boggling fact which we should all remember. And okay, to that extent it is okay. But if you look at rural population, what is, I'm sorry, out of the rural population, we have about 30.5 crores of agriculture cultivators and agriculture laborers. Rest are not employed. They could be children or others who are not employed. So we have only 30.5 crores of rural population depending on agriculture, which works out to about 32%. And for them, for agri worker, as of 1951, they were having 1.22 hectares. The cultivable land available for agri worker in 1951 was 1.22 hectares. It has gone down to 1/3 by 2020, which is 0.46 hectares per agri worker. This is our basic problem. We need to find a solution, but we can't increase this 0.46 hectares unless the population is reduced, which is beyond our control because population is where we are. So what's the solution? I suggest the solution of towards quality farming. As CMS could put it, towards quality farming, TQF. I want to advocate this concept from now onwards. Number one, optimum utilization of land, which is scarce, which is cultivable, but which is scarce, as also multiple cropping and balanced crop mix. As of today, our cropping intensity is 1.4 times. That means same land is cultivated in an agriculture season only 1.4 times on an average, whereas we can take it to 2 times or 3 times or 4 times, God willing, and if we can work it out technically and rain God permitting. Number 2, optimum utilization of land is the core competency of CMAs. Number 2, productivity, more from the same resources. Maximum optimum utilization of available resources as also enhancing the productivity is again core competency of CMAs. Maximization of yield, agri-cost reduction as everyone has been advocating, and remunerative prices. Even remunerative prices is a part of revenue management, is an extension of principles of marginal costing, which we tend to forget. These 3 avenues are the forte of CMAs. Third point I want to put forward towards quality farming is additional sources of income. As I have seen from the Tibetans, as also from Mr. Krishnamurti, like from dairy farming, poultry, honey bee, etc., etc. Avenues are unlimited. There has been a proposal, let each farmer be given 1 or 2 cows. So you get organic manure from the dung, you get milk as an ancillary income, and cows will be bullocks tomorrow. Fourth one, which we have been neglecting, depletion of fertility, that's soil conservation. There could be several reasons. Application of excess doses of fertilizers, chemical fertilizers, etc., etc. We are not going into technicalities. The need of the hour is to conserve the soil fertility by means of crop alteration, going for more organic manure, green manure, add manure, etc., etc. The fifth one, I remember my grandfather, when I was 10 years old, near Tenali, in a village, we used to take 4 crops a year 60 years ago. First crop, paddy. Second crop, black dal. Third crop, small jute. Fourth crop, fodder gram for the animals. And when the animals eat half of the fodder gram, we used to water the field so that the remaining fodder crop gets decomposed and it becomes green manure. This has happened 60 years ago, friends, not today. And I want to remember my grandfather also today on the National Farmers Day. With this, with reverence, I bow to the farmers and thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Your address was very much vibrating and it's very good. We have covered all the points. Next, I request our Arindam Gupta to address the audience, and I request our Chittaranjan Chatterjee to introduce Arindam Gupta.
Yeah, thank you. It's a really enlightening session. Now we'll be having an economist, a cost accountant. In fact, Dr. Gupta, Arindam Gupta, is a very learned member of our profession, and he is a regular contributor to various, newspapers of repute all over India. Even his certain publications have been of very repute to the international journal also. And Dr. Arindam Gupta is regular contributor to our journal also, and he is regularly writing on this particular farm bill and other aspects of this farming community. So it's a great pleasure for us, and we welcome you, sir, that you have been kind enough to address this gathering. And our all task force committee members, especially from Nagpur, it was a great discussion yesterday where NABARD CGM was present and other corporate people, and along with the other economists was present. So I think today's deliberations from your end also will give us a roadmap for our future connectivity. Thank you. Over to Dr. Arindam Gupta.
Good evening, everybody present. Honorable Vice President of Institute of Cost Accountants of India, respected Mr. Chittaranjan Chatterjee, Honorable Central Council Member of the Institute, my Indian Accounting Association colleague, also a Central Council member of this institute, Dr. Murthy, other panelists, respected task force members. So the theme of the discussion as said, Atmanirbhar Bharat, in the background of sustainable agriculture. It needs no special mention now when the agriculture sector and particularly the reforms are going through and the government under the present NDA leadership has been very keen in reforming the agricultural sector, particularly the pricing of agricultural commodities. And I was very lucky to have been here while Mr. Nitin Gadkari ji was addressing with some of his practical outlooks how to revive the agricultural sector, particularly the crop rotations, the need of alternative farmings, the alternative uses of various traditional crops. These are all learning ideas in today's evening session. But now let me quickly come to the points which I would like to enlighten from my limited experience. Basically, as an author of many columns on this particular issue when it cropped up. But for writing those columns or for getting an idea over what is going on, I had the privilege and I had also to find myself available with the practitioners. I had to talk with the farmers. So some real life data and information or feedback are also with me, which I may like to share in the limited time. So as I was starting with the statement that the sustainable agriculture needs no overemphasis, because as per the Ministry of Statistics data of 2020, This agriculture sector is catering employment to 42% of the population of the country. And in the same figure, we find that as of yet, 14% of the national GDP is contributed by the agriculture. Yet, the farmers, they are not getting anything. I mean, the traditional occupation of agriculture is not even liked by the traditional house of agriculturists. They do not want their sons to pursue this profession. Their next generations are migrating into the cities in search of new occupations. So this will have a very bad impact on the future of agriculture if we cannot revive the agriculture sector. So as a sequel of earlier attempts under the present leadership, the three legislations which were passed very recently and which have been criticized like anything by the political opponents of the party ruling the central government, do not appear to have much sense if we look into these reforms one after another. And first and foremost, what I find now, the agitation which has been shifting, which has shifted from the two leading crop, I mean paddy and wheat producing states like Punjab and Haryana to the national capital territory of Delhi, has a bone of contention centering around the minimum support price. So, and as a cost and management accountant, we have something to say upon this minimum support price. You see, we want to make the agriculture sector sustainable. So minimum support price is what the government pays against its procurement. And this price is declared officially for 23 crops. But practically speaking, only two crop producers, the two main crop producers, paddy and wheat producers, they actually take the full advantage of this MSP. And not only that, the two major crop producers of the two major producing states like Punjab and Haryana, they are getting the crux. And you know the population pattern, particularly if you look into the farmer population pattern of the Punjab and Haryana vis-a-vis the other Indian states, then they are much distinct than the other states. In these two states, mostly the large landholders, they control the agriculture land. They have huge land holding, so they can employ sophisticated equipments and machine tools in the agriculture to improve the productivity. But as being suggested by various committees in these two states, that their land is getting environmentally degenerated by this more and more production of the two major crops. As you know that these two crops consume maximum water for production, like 1 kg of rice production, paddy production requires about 3,000 liter water. So this is a very alarming figure. And as it was advised to the states that you please rotate your crop production structure, but they did not pay any attention to these different committees' recommendations, and they are continuing producing rice and wheat because they know that they can extract the benefits of MSP. But MSP, it is a subsidized price, and this subsidized price, the government means for the people who need it. subsidy is not for the rich people. Subsidy is for the poor farmers, the small and marginal farmers. So what about the other states? If you look into the other states, then look at I mean the state to which I belong personally, West Bengal, or maybe in other parts, northeastern states, or see the southern states, or even the western states. They don't have this much support. The Food Corporation of India, which is the central government agency for collecting, for actually purchasing these crops at MSP, they purchase about 95% of the two major crops production from these two states, whereas West Bengal has only 7% of the crops being collected by the FCI. And FCI has also huge overstocking, as our minister was also talking about, that we have excess production, we have excess storage of paddy, but whereas we need to purchase edible oil from outside. So in case of sugarcane also, we have excess production. So minister was nicely developing his notion of transforming it into ethanol to be used for transport sector. So all these things are needed. Now, since I'm speaking in front of my colleagues of cost and management accounting profession, I would like to show something by just a calculation of MSP. I'd like to share my screen just to give you a better idea of Is my screen visible? Anyone?
No, not visible.
Not visible. Okay, anyway, let me tell you. Actually, you know about the Swaminathan Commission, that is the Commission on Farmers, the one only Commission on Farmers that is till now constituted in the country. So that commission submitted its report long back. And while it submitted recommendations, it said that you add 50% to the cost of production. Just I quote from the committee recommendations that it advised the government to add 50% to the cost of production. Now, what can be the cost of production? It was very much conspicuous. It did not say any word about the cost of production. But in reality, cost of production of agriculture, which is coded as C2, C2 is a summation of A2 and FL and some notional costs. What is A2? A2 is all cost of inputs like seeds cost, fertilizers cost, pesticides cost, depreciation on farm equipments costs, even interest on working capital and hired labor. So this is the major component, A2. Then what is FL? FL is imputed cost of family labor. Because you know agriculture is largely employed from the family and family members. So they have their opportunity labor cost, so that is to be added. But these two are taken care of by the CACP, which fixes the MSP on behalf of the government. But the main argument against the CACP calculated MSP is that it does not consider the interest, I mean the notional rent of owned land. Notional rent of owned land. And also there is another component, interest on the value of owned capital assets. So these are mostly opportunity costs, and this notional, against this notional rent of owned land, CACP, the Commission of Agricultural Cost and Prices, it has its own view that an estimated 88% of the farmers do not incur it in reality. So things are such that it has to continue the subsidy. I mean, it has to support the MSP. And for your reference, I would like to say, although the Swaminathan Commission submitted its report long back, but it was given effect only in the Union Budget of 2018. And after Union Budget 2018 approved the MSP to be declared for the many items, the government started subsidized as per the formula of MSP. So now people are arguing that the government is not giving full consideration to the Swaminathan formula, Swaminathan Commission formula. Friends, I would also like to highlight very brief, the two other recommendations. Like, the APMC monopoly has been given a goodbye by this new farm law, which was very apt. As you know, the previous parliamentary committee, which was headed by a Congress MP and which had members from even the Shiromani Akali Dal of Punjab and other opposition parties of the present government, they all considered these APMCs or these government mandis to be the hotbed of corruption and politics. You know, in Punjab, we had interviews where we have heard from the voice clips that the MPs, the sitting members of parliament, they are controlling each and every APMC. So they are very frustrated over the government's attempt to find an alternative way for the farmers to realize their prices. Moreover, you know, these APMCs, a very small percentage of APMCs has cold storage facility. As it was pointed out by some of my earlier speakers, so much wastage and so much spoilage, we have to face for the fruits and vegetables. You know the fate of tomato, potato. The farmers are suffering like anything. Only you have limited cold storage facility for the two major crops, and your horticulture products, they are wasted like anything. And you know, because of this, in this government regulated market, if you see how the real farmers, they are exploited by the middlemen, the arhatiyas and the commission agents who are in proximity, I mean in nexus with the politicians and with the government staffs who are employed in the APMCs. They exploit these farmers. There is a finger game, you know. The commission agents show their finger, each finger having its own code, what it is. The common farmers, they don't understand anything. And the agents click the price among themselves and they announce. And immediately when the agents announce the price, the government official, they note down the price of the day. So this is the story. And the common farmers who will return with these produces to their home, because they started in the morning from their home with the huge quantity of or bulk quantity of the produces to these agriculture markets located at far away from the house. None of them are interested to go back with the produces. Some are perishables, so they may not be in a position to go back to their houses with the produces. So they are frustrated enough. They are exploited like anything. Now the government has opened an alternative channel. It has times without number stated that APMCs will coexist. APMCs are not going to be abolished, but there will be a parallel markets, private markets, from where you can realize your optimum price. And you know the state, the epicenter of all these agitations, the Punjab state, it has already privatized its markets long back in 2017. But the only difference is that Punjab even collects the government cess and all those taxes even from these markets. So in Punjab, you can find not a single market, either government regulated or the private, where the farmers can avoid paying the taxes and all these cesses to the government, to the state government. And the price of the commodity is increasing, but the real farmers are not getting anything. The second issue I would like to highlight, the contract farming. The contract farming will benefit in long term the real farmers. As I was looking into some news that in India, our farmers can realize only, on an average, 25% of the price at which the crops or produces are marketed. Only 25%. Where in USA, the real farmers, they can realize 65 to 70% of the price at which the produces are marketed. Even in our country, in the milk sector, where the cooperatives like Amul is operating in Gujarat, the milk producers, they can realize 65% of the prices. Even in the poultry sector, which is also coming in under this pattern of pricing, the broiler owners, they can get 70% of the prices of the at which they are sold, the poultry products are sold. Only sufferers are the crop producers and the other crop producers, other than the major crop producers, like the producers of oil seeds, like the producers of pulses, cereals, etc. So now contract farming is already there. Contract farming is there selectively in West Bengal, in Punjab. The PepsiCo is here. For the Frito-Lay brand, selectively for some region, they have already started contract farming. But not now. The government, through the law, enables contract farming in a very structured manner, by which the farmers across India can take advantage of that. So you see, in some limited cases in Maharashtra and Gujarat, for the groundnuts in Gujarat and for the produce of soybeans in Maharashtra, only in the private market the farmers get more than that of the MSPs. So, but for the other crops or for the other produces, the MSP is the maximum price, and still, as I have already said, the government does not buy other than for paddy and wheat. So the farmers are suffering. And the third law, the Essential Commodities Act, it lifts restrictions from 6 produces by which the farmers can stock the quantities in a reasonable manner so that they can sell those produces at an opportunity time when they can realize much more prices. Actually, Essential Commodities Act, the origin, it was an act just to restrict the hoarding and black marketing. But now this lifting of essential commodities would enable the farmers to realize the price when there is demand in the market. So I think what I wanted to say in nutshell about the sustainable agriculture and Atmanirbhar Bharat. Actually, Atmanirbhar Bharat is not possible without strengthening the agriculture. Atmanirbhar Bharat as a concept from our Honorable Prime Minister in the wake of this lockdowns and pandemic encroaching our daily life and livelihood of common people. It was considered to be a wonderful concept. It was primarily meant to be giving assistance to those who are in need of some assistance. But ultimately, it became a philosophy of, Indian economy. It was adopted in agriculture. It was adopted in industry. It was its one form is vocal for local, as you know. But as I already said, that without strengthening agriculture, where 42% of the population is still dependent, the mission of Atmanirbhar Bharat cannot be attained. So let us hope that this crisis will be over. the government will be able to convince the farmers, the real farmers, because this agitation is mostly engineered by the politicians. You know, the luxury cars near the site of the agitation, where from the farmer leaders are seen to poke the real farmers who have been suffering there. So this kind of opposition has no meaning. Let us hope that all should cooperate for the development of the country, and the government will very soon find a solution. And as CMAs, as cost and management accountants, we shall continually involve ourselves in convincing people so that these farmers, an essential segment of the population, does not suffer. We can suggest the government a very suitable way of pricing the agricultural commodities, the development of infrastructure, the performance audit as cropped up in the course of discussion. So we shall have a very meaningful role. So with this, I thank all of you for giving me a very patient hearing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable address, highlighting all the issues and everything. Now we are having our former president, CMA Rakesh Singh, who is a fellow member of our institute, who was a president, our former president, who is from Delhi, who is involved in a lot of agricultural movement and agriculture this, and he was a practicing correspondent with the industries, and he is with the other FPO and other industries also. I request him to kindly unmute and address the members. CMA Rakesh Singh, sir.
Good evening to everyone, and thank you, Mr. Vice President. See, I was listening to the Honorable Speaker, and a very learned speaker, in fact, and he was detailing the critical issues what we are facing. He's right, because actually when we are talking about cost of agriculture, the difference is basically between the manufacturer and this thing is regarding what two items he narrated, that is imputed cost and notional cost. Now the problem is not with the definition and problem with not with the conceptual understanding of what is a notional cost and what is an imputed cost. But here the problem is that it varies from block to block. It's not unlike in any industry where you can compute like we used to have, okay, let us have 100% actual cost plus add to that some percentage, what we used to do. Here, the actual problem what the agricultural sector faces is that it varies from state to state, even it block to block. Now, let us say, for example, if you start to even work out the, imputed cost of labor, now it's very difficult to find out. Let us say I've got my own village where the labor rate is totally different, which is very near to another village, which is hardly half a kilometer or a kilometer away. So standardizing that, everything it out is going to be a real challenge. Similarly, the notional cost of, let us say, putting my assets to use for production and everything, I think what we can do is, as an institution, so far as the actual cost is there, that definitely it can be averaged out over a block or a district level. I think we should work on a cost structure, or we must develop a guideline for the block level, at the block level, or even at a district level, where the involvement is there and the variability in the the variables like labor, the in-house labor, or the tractors, which is on tractor or on this kind of a thing, the notional issues, we can, average, make an average of the block level and district level, starting with the state. So I think this kind of a pilot project can be taken by the institute in one of the districts or one of the states, selected states, and test the structure, because we are already very familiar with the costing structure, how to make it. But how to convince the educated? It's not a question of educating the uneducated. It's a question of educating the educated at the grassroots level, at the DM levels, that how they should be actually, because they are the implementing authority. Whether it is APMCs or any place, everything depends on what they work on is price variations under the open market. Of course, add to that the issues what the respected speaker was talking about, that okay, the fingers can tell you many of the stories. But actually, if we want to have it as an institution, we cannot get into that. But definitely there should be a project or a pilot project in at least one district or at a state, whatever the unit we select, and come out with the actual issues relating to notional cost and imputed cost. I think that is where, as an accounting body or a cost and management accounting body, we should be, delivering our specialization. Actual cost can always be worked out, only the structure needs to be given. But as far as it imputed and this notional is there, I think we need to get into detail. We need to drill down at the unit level, and here by unit I mean district or block, whatever is suggested, and then make some uniform guideline. I think that will be quite helpful. And of course, this is an virgin area, and still many of the things, unless we look in detail, I won't be able to state. But these are the issues what even we are discussing at the industry level. And many of the industry associations are also facing this difficulty, because we are trying to find out how the loss is calculated in any famine or anything. Again, this issue comes in because everything becomes subjective. So they take the price, multiply with the quantity or the number of, and then they come out with those figures. But what we can do is we can definitely define that how these two variants, which are absolutely untouched, and I think we need to put our mind into that. Nothing more. Maybe, actually, I just entered. I was already busy in one meeting, so I apologize for a little bit of a delay. But thank you, Mr. Vice President, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
And it's a great subject. I think it's one subject I think this institute needs to take up.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone, and happy Christmas to everyone in advance. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, the Honorable Minister Nitin Gadkari has highlighted that he wants a guidance note on performance management, and which we have already, as you know, we are prepared, and we will fill it up, and we will ask him to release it within a month. By January, when the things are over, we'll ask him to release the performance guidance note on performance management. The Minister said he will be doing that. Thank you very much for your valuable practical suggestion and practical address. We'll move forward, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I request Jayendra Rao, who is a member of the task force and who is a regional member of Southern India Regional Council. And, please unmute to mute your. No, I mean some sounds are coming from task force agriculture. I request, please mute. Yeah. Jayendra Rao was a member of Regional Council in the last year, Southern India Regional Council, and he is a farmer himself, and he's a cost accountant, practicing cost accountant. He's having a very wide experience in farms, agriculture, and other areas also, and he'll be able to mix how the value-added project can be done for the agriculturists and farmers. And he was very much helpful in preparing the concept note also, which we have released today. I request CMA Jayendra Rao to address.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity. I'm very happy to see the deliberations of the day. Basically, we all know Annadata Sukhi Bhava is the culture that we have been following from ages. Typically, agriculture in our Telugu language is known as Vyavasayam, which has got a Sanskrit origin, where the Sanskrit meaning for that is the sacred effort. Incidentally, any sacred effort should not lead to any kind of a punishment. But unfortunately, the farming community at times feel that, any agriculture is leading to some kind of a punishment. As somebody was telling, our Honorable Minister was mentioning 10,000 suicides, not a joke actually. So this actually created a foundation for my thought process as far as this particular subject is concerned. So what can be the solution? How can we make the agriculture a no punishment? Absolutely, it is possible only with a comfortable support price to be given to the farmer, not just to the 23 products that are actually covered by CACP, but all the products, in the sense he produces tomato. At times we see in Anantapur districts, we come across this kind of a scenario where the farmer, throws away the tomatoes on the road, saying that, he is not even getting recovering the plucking cost as well even. So he needs support price, rather a kind of a comfortable support price for all the products, not just only for the 23 products. So then what could be the support price? Again, the framework for this can be taken of the Professor M.S. Swaminathan's recommendation, who said 1.5 times of the cost of production. Professor Swaminathan was very clear. He wants at C3 level the cost to be considered, where 50% is to be added as the profit. But the government, the policy makers, they are trying to put the A2 level, that is only as the cost of production. On that 1.5% is to be given. Next, okay, even if it is given at every agroclimatic zone as a separate process, things would have been in a different direction. But pan India, 1 MSP. Again, it's a proposition that cannot really sit, uniformly across the mindsets of all the farmers. For example, in the Telangana and versus Andhra Pradesh, the yield might differ. So that's the point perhaps we also need to consider. These are the points we have been highlighting, and the biggest, rather covenant for the entire thought process, or the entire that actually prevents the policy makers in giving a very satisfactory solution to the farmer. See, we are giving many benefits. For example, if you take Telangana government, they pay 10,000 rupees cash support per acre of land that you are cultivating. So, in spite of all these things, the farmer is not happy. So many state governments are giving bonus in addition to the MSP that has been announced for. But so ultimate objective, if you take, typical CMA language, we call cost object. The cost object should be a satisfied farmer. It can come provided we create a kind of a data culture for the so-called agriculture. This is something very essential for us. So the data culture, I'm very happy. I mean, our Honorable Minister was saying that, yes, our institute can be involved in collecting the data at district level, district as a unit perhaps, and that would actually address the 50% of the concerns of the farmers. Now, coming into the other aspects, in my childhood, I've taken chilies from my Bhadrachalam, the place where I belong to Guntur to sell it in a mirchi yard. I have virtually taken the Virginia tobacco bales to be sold to the ITC Limited. They used to come and fix the rate and all. We do the eucalyptus cultivation, where the eucalyptus plants are being contracted to be sold to ITC again for making paper, pulp and other things. So in all these things, there are plus and minuses points, definitely. So definitely we can overcome the minus points by plugging the loopholes, if any, and then strengthen the system so that the farmer ultimately gets a lot of benefit in the entire process. And another important aspect, because when you look at a costing, we were thinking of, sir, our Honorable past President Rakesh Singh also was mentioning about the imputed cost in the notional cost. What about the cost that the government is incurring? See, they give free subsidy of the power. It doesn't mean that power comes to them free of cost. They provide irrigational facilities at a huge capital cost. For example, if you take the irrigation projects that are being taken up in the state of Telangana, it is to the tune of nearly 1 lakh crores. I mean, proposed to feed about 1 crore maximum, acreage. So that's about a minimum 1 to 2 lakhs kind of a capital cost going. And when will you record this capital cost? I mean, this can go as a budget, but when you take a holistic costing, this also adds to the exchequer's burden. Similarly, if you think of providing a kind of a cost-benefit analysis for these kind of irrigational projects, wherein if you know what is the cost involved, then perhaps you are very much aware. If you know that there is a wall, even if you hit the wall, the pain is less. This is what the point I am trying to advocate. So these are some of the philosophies where the total cost analysis, developing data culture, doing the cost-benefit analysis for the irrigational projects, and then very rightly, being in dialogue with the farming community, so that as we have been advocating, they get some kind of a financial discipline. First of all, they are convinced to the happenings that are happening across the globe. For example, as I was telling you, the changing the crop patterns. When there is a counseling that is happening to the farming community, they are getting accepted. They are accepting. They are prepared to change the cropping patterns also. So a kind of a continuous dialogue need to be done by many people. And we people being experts in the number game, we have to definitely be focusing upon the aspect of developing the data culture at whatever be the unit. If somebody can take district as a unit, fantastic. And that data culture will actually drive to the data crunching and then making analysis and then giving a very useful propositions for the government to actually take some policy initiatives. For example, there are about 15 agroclimatic zones. Why can't they fix 15 MSPs first of all to begin with? So how can the pan-India MSP is acceptable for the paddy kind of a situation? So therefore, these kind of solutions can come from the policy makers if and only if we have some data culture among the agriculture. Similarly, we were also talking about the sustainability of the entire ecological aspects and the environmental balancing aspects as such. Why can't we have a scheme of encouraging a farmer or providing a kind of interest subsidy to a farmer depending upon the usage of the fertilizers or the pesticide that he uses for? I remember very well my grandpa, he always used to say, don't put urea in my field. You only put the cow dung, that's it. And then I don't mind even getting 12 to 15 bags an acre. Today we are getting around 35 bags an acre only by putting the urea extra. So this kind of a cultivation, this kind of a mindset, this kind of a thought process to be inculcated again comes as a part of the dialogue that should happen continuously by different stakeholders. Now, government has come forward with FPO movement, but FPO movement again is coming with certain kind of a bottlenecks where the compliance is becoming a big headache to the FPO organizers. So our institute with expertise at the compliance and the performance being as well can provide a lot of support for the FPO movement as well. Taking a cue from the FPO, I wanted to suggest one point, which was an idea thrown out by another agro farmer come CMA from Tanuku area. He was telling, see, like FPO is a government force organization where you are asking the farmers to come together. Why can't, in the lines of an MSME, why can't we give a facility to the interested farmers to come together? You extend all the facilities, whatever you are extending to FPO, to these 3 or 4 people, so that, they come together, they can do better bargaining. It's like kind of recognizing farming also as a part of the MSME. This kind of an initiative also can come, perhaps help the farming community so that they can improve the overall economy, they can strive for the economy. When you talk of the economy, after all, farmer is also striving. He is buying a soap, he is buying a toothpaste. Of course, gone are those days where they use the Nimka use karte, that is gone nowadays. No, they use a Colgate toothpaste, they use soap, they use even at times Goodnight mat if they are to get rid of the mosquito menace. They pay a lot of GST to the exchequer. So that way, the farmers can be given a facility of, instead of giving them some cash support, every farmer can be given, let us say, 20,000 rupees GST credit, GST card, where if they swipe the card, they get the items without payment of GST. Another interesting aspect that our Honorable Minister also was highlighting is balancing the requirements of the urea to that of the land and the balancing the urea consumption vis-a-vis the support price or the subsidy that the urea manufacturers are actually being given for. These are all the things where our CMA community can put a lot of thought process. We can do a great detailed job wherein our contribution to the society can be recognized particularly with the strength of our pan-India chapter network. So I am of the view that this initiative, as I may say, whatever be the efforts that our task force has been putting in for the last, I would say 6 to 8 months very rigorously, though it has been followed up previously by some of our people as under the guidance of our Razoyer sir and all. So these 6.5 months can be viewed as a Bahubali 1. It's just beginning. We have just made a beginning. So Bahubali 1 stands to get completed today. So tomorrow onwards, we need to do big activity wherein whatever be the concept paper that has been finalized, with the help of the initiatives, with the help of the guidance from our honorable ministers and the learned people like Gupta ji and all, we have to take further, convert that concept paper into action plans, involve all the chapters, involve more importantly the CAT students. For example, we provide a CAT coaching at a place called Rajamandri, which is in the very heart of the agricultural area. We may ask the CAT students to take up a project work for a 1 week or so, asking them to give some data from the farmer. So that would actually give him an opportunity to develop certain interpersonal skills, number one. Number two, we get some valid data into our kitty. These are the some thought processes perhaps we can keep discussing. We will convert. I am very happy that this moment, this 23rd December, the National Farmers Day, happens to be a great, remarkable day in the history of our institute. I'm thankful to Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay ji also, who has taken a lot of initiation, lot of drive as far as this project is concerned. And definitely, with the guidance of our Central Council members, our Murthy Garu, and our President, Honorable President Basuji, and we have to recognize the presence of our Santosh Sharma ji, who has been showing excellent display of the entire attachment to the agricultural activity by the CMA fraternity at Jamshedpur since morning. It's very emotional to say our president has taken a crop of paddy crop to the thrashing activity. He himself experienced what is a thrashing activity as such there. Similarly, yesterday we had a beautiful conversation from the Nagpur chapter also. So everywhere we are talking of the agriculture. There are some more chapters which are to get involved in the whole process. I'm very confident in times to come, every one of us would involve. We will make this particular project a grand success. And as I said, Vyavasayi is, I keep saying in every talk that I give, Vyavasayi is one of the name for Lord Vishnu. Vishnu Nama, there are Sahasra Namams for Vishnu. One of the Namam is Vyavasayi. So let us treat as the farmer as a Vishnu Murti, so that let us all strive for the well-being of the farmer. And as rightly said by Raju Iyer sir, behind every farmer's smile, let there be a CMA in times to come. With these words, I will sign off. I thank for the opportunity. Thank you. Very all the best to CMA. Jai CMA, Jai Kisan, Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for valuable input. And we thank you very much for bringing the concept paper. And we are bringing the regular newsletter also. There also your contribution is required. And as you said, we will definitely move forward with the momentum. Now I request Madam CMA Jyotsna Rajpal to address the members, who was Madam is a cost accountant, who is from Nagpur chapter, who has in coordination with the Srigari Chaba arranged an excellent program yesterday, and very close to our central ministers also too. She was responsible for bringing our central minister and getting a lot of support from the central government. I request Madam to address. Over to you, Jyotsna Madam.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for inviting me to this huge forum. And I am thankful to all the president of the institute, Vice President sir, CMA Chava sir, and Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay sir. I thank all for such a huge support to me. I think everything regarding agriculture and role of CMAs in agriculture has been very nicely said on this forum. Not many things have been discussed yesterday, today afternoon session and this session, but still I can just say a few words about it. I can just say that our institute has always been contributing to the growth of industrial and economic climate. And now it's the time for us to prove ourselves and support the agriculture sector. And we know that agriculture has never been evaluated as a self-sustainable and profitable activity. Not much efforts have ever been taken to work out the scientific cost and pricing of the agriculture produce. And this is a great opportunity for all of us. And we can help all the stakeholders to develop farming as a sustainable venture. We can establish a farmer as an agripreneur, and this will certainly help farmers to be part of the mainstream of the nation. And this change in the concept of the farmers will bring a straight away increase in our GDP growth. And farmers can be advised by our members of our institute that like farming activities can be worked out on the basis of cost benefit analysis, and that again is a good opportunity for members of our institute. Farmers can also add certain ancillary activities like dairy, poultry, basic processing of agriculture produce, etc. Certain further activities can be adopted by the farmers, which I feel a great role of CMAs lies in that we can advise the farmers for the multi-cropping, like what all combination of crops, like we have studied in our syllabus, that we always suggest to the industry that what can be the product mix. Similarly, we can help the farmers to evaluate the crop mix. Then we can be helpful in creating farm management schedules, and we can be helpful in monitoring, regular monitoring of the KPIs, like regular monitoring of the schedules, so that everything comes as per the process, everything is done properly. Then physical monitoring of the whole farming activity. Then additional activities can certainly add to the thing. Then value addition of the products, like dehydration, solar drying of the vegetables, or frozen vegetables, or grinding of spices, like converting the crops into many other things. So like pickles, jams, sauces, and small food products, we can help farmers to come out with small ancillary units. Then crop alternating is also a method to improve the productivity of the soil, and thereby we can get a better produce. So members of the institute can come forward to help the farmers in achieving higher productivity and efficient utilization of their input resources. We can guide the farmers in farm cost management. We can help them in cost reductions. Then we can help them in getting better revenues and developing value chain and supply chain for the agriculture produce. We can also be helpful to the government to manage the inventory of food grain supplies. As just today, this evening, it was mentioned by our Honorable Minister, sir, that we don't have enough storage space. We have all kind of resources, but we don't have enough storage space to store our crops. So in this, all inventory management and all can be implemented by CMAs. And this is how I feel that CMAs can be useful in agriculture business. And together, like agriculture and CMAs can work hand in hand, and we can provide the whole support to the nation this way. This is all I want to say. And this whole thing will lead to a better agriculture, better society, and better nation. That's all from my side. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your value-adding address. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I request, before our CMA A to Z Murthy addressing a vote of thanks, I request our CMA Chitranjan Chatterjee to address a few words. Yeah.
Thank you, Raju had said, because I am keenly hearing all the deliberations of all the speakers. In fact, sometimes I am feeling so much emotional that after hearing from the deliberations from our task force committee members and Dr. Professor Arindam Gupta, who is our own member. And most important thing is that our past president, CMA Rakesh Singh, has kindly has justly joined to enthuse us, to give us the inspiration that we should. And he has given one beautiful advice to us that this is the best time you have done. Our institute has taken up the issue. So, sir, we are really thankful to you. But before that, Madam Jyotsna Rajpal, I must say that women entrepreneur, how they can simply manage the whole thing and how they can read the mind of the task force members. Madam is one of the glaring example, I should say, because she was continuously thinking that how to the resonating effect of the program which we are doing. It has started from Nagpur itself, and I think this is a great beginning for us because the Nagpur is one of the citadel of, in how the agriculture, can be. Actually, I have seen, I have heard, I have read, a lot of improvements are going on, a lot of developments are going on in Nagpur. And where from Dr. Sri Chabad, Madam Josal Rajpal, they're all, they're enthusing, they're giving us the inspiration to do that. They're really feeling inspired. But today, in our program in Jamshedpur, where we have got an on-ground program, this was an unbelievable experience, wonderful experience we had. Because we have talked to the farmers, we have talked to the agripreneurs, we have talked to the head of the department of the agriculture university, BITS Agriculture University. We did have the people's representative, MLA, who is one of the very erudite personality. CMA, he's a Kunal Sarangi, and he was giving a lot of advices to us, and he was there giving the profuse thanks for all these sort of initiatives. And Sri Mahesh Putta, Rajya Sabha MP, he spoke, of course, from virtual mode, but he was continuously telling that this is the right step the CMA community has taken, and we are all for their steps, whatever they require, we shall be definitely providing them also support. And you'll be very happy, madam, that one woman agripreneur is CMA. She was working with the IBM company and for 16 years. And she has left and now she has joined farming. And she's a very successful, horticulturist. She's also, she's taking active interest in other crops, standing crops. And that has actually given us the impetus and confidence that how we should proceed. And today, this program, this particular, it is ending with this particular, this sustainable agriculture for Atmanirbhar Bharat, Atmanirbhar Kishan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. And this is coming that now the CMA has another tagline that for every successful farmer, there should be a CMA. Of course, this is a very challenge for us. It's a big challenge that has been imposed on us. And we'll be all looking for the assistance of the luminaries. And I request you, sir, to help us so that we can reach to our target. At least we can give our best effort for the cause of the farmers in true sense of the term, in letter and spirit, not only by having our program, but by the actions we'll be having, that we'll be doing. And I will request our secretary of this committee, Task Force Committee, to send the agricultural concept note to all the agriculture universities, all the banks. Because yesterday we could have a national NABARD CGM, and it was a splendid idea of our Nagpur chapter to connect between the Central Apex Bank on Agriculture and our institute, so that we can reach to NABARD and have a tie-up, have some tie-up with the NABARD will help us to get some data, get some other. And today, Honorable Minister has also hinted a lot of issues on NABARD, so he can also help the NABARD on that. So I'm really thankful. I'm very much thankful to all the the August speakers here for their nice deliberations, from where we can really feel that do something for this particular project. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. As a task force member and as a coordinator, CMA Chitran Chatterjee, you have done excellently well, and you have arranged all the programs in Jamshedpur. And today's program also, most of the connectivity has been done by you. And I am very much thankful to Ria Chaudhary, who is Secretary for Task Force Committee and who has done excellently well and getting all the messages from all the ministers and the Prime Minister also, and a lot of influential people, and arranged to release the concept note and going to release the weekly newsletter also. And that newsletter CMA Chitranjan Chatterjee is doing, and it's a very good concept note, and we are very much thankful to you. I request our A to Z Murthy, CMA A to Z Murthy, to address the audience and propose formal vote of thanks and highlight and sum up whatever he has done in the task force. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Murthy sir. Over to you.
Again, good evening to all of you. First, let me thank sincerely to my young lady Ria first, because but for her, this program would not have been successful. I know she is really upset sometimes. She's upset, ultimately she could succeed. And a big thanks to Ria first. Sir, we say that he is the backbone. I am referring to farmer. but he is left alone, unfortunately. Nowadays, we're trying about 24/7 for the software industry, but this man does 24/7 from the beginning, not today. And he feeds all of us, but he has become unnecessarily feedless. He gives up rice to all of us, but he has no rice to eat, stays in mud, no sleep on bed, land is small hold, weather is bad, no good seats, costly crate fund thanks to bankers, no water load, no support feed, only weed. They work hard with less yield. This is the plight of a Indian farmer, unfortunately. And we, being the premier body of the accounting in the country, we are the first persons to bell the cat, talking to agriculturist, understanding him, doing something for them. We will go together and grow together. I sincerely thank the first speaker of the day, Honorable Minister. He has told us at the end of the day, performance audit and scheme, every scheme, crop-wise, state-wise, district-wise, we have to audit it. That is the message at the end of the day from Honorable Minister, apart from soil health card and testing of water. Then we have with us N. Ramachandra Rao, the village-based farmer MLC staying in Hyderabad city. He has told explained the lives of farmers, how what happened when they have taken suicides, how the new government NDA is taking care of DFI, MSF, guarantee price, and inams, and modern techniques, and elimination of middlemen is the best to serve better for the farmers. I also thank GP's Institute for having been associated with us and going for a good MOU. Then we had with us our own CMA, again, a village-based man staying in Hyderabad, in Visakhapatnam city, Madhav. Madhav has told 2 points. Input cost should be reduced, proper pricing should be there, losses should be minimized, and increase of the revenue should be the thing. One market, one slogan, one nation, like that. Our Sriharigar of Nagpur has told, including his own story, has told 3 successful stories, and work hard is his motto. And he has given us that we should have ancillary, we mean the farmers should have ancillary income, and we should have a road map. Then my good friend, known to me otherwise also, Mr. Arindam Gupta, is talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat, sustainability, reforms, the reasons for agitation, MSP, which should include the interest cost, which normally we have not taken, nobody has taken, and the content farming, and he has given some suggestions to the farmers. Rakesh, our past president, has given a very valid point that we are the entering first time in this area, virgin area, he told he quote him rightly, and we should go with a good pilot project to impress the government about the real stories of the farmers. Then we have our passionate cost accountant, I correct, passionate farmer, whatever it is, DZR, D. Jitendra Rao. He has done much work for the sacred duty is unfortunately punished. That is the plight of a farmer. He has used the word comfortable MSP, and his wording is data culture for agriculture. We should collect sufficient, correct, accurate data to understand the real culture, and cost incurred by government, which is not known to any one of us, like defense cost. If possible, we should also settle the cost from that side. Sustainability, GST card, good idea, but I don't know how far it's possible. He ended his speech with JCMA and J Kisan. And Madam Jyotsna Rajpal, she has told that agriculture should be supported very, very properly. Farming activity should be advised properly. Crop mix, crop alternative, schedules, monitoring, typical costing language for farming. We will see how far they will come forward to utilize our services. And at the end of the day, I sincerely thank my president, vice president, all my beloved council members in the council, full council. They have given us full support from time to time. And there are many people like B.B. Goyal, Chandra Vadva, Kunal Banerjee, all these past presidents have given support to us. And I thank the staff headed by Nandi and department, Director of Studies, and again Ria for making this successful. Above all, I thank all my beloved CMS who have taken their evening time to be with us, to hear something about agriculture, to do something for agriculture. And a big, big thanks to all of you, all of you, all of you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I take the liberty to show you all our today's CMA, bulletin. We have released the first issue, and that is the, it will be circulated to all task force committee members. And I am finding that beautiful articles are there, and all the articles are very much, having, including Dr. Gupta has also contributed, our Dr. Sri Chava has contributed, and a lot of other articles have been there, and you will find that maybe these articles are different, quite different from any agriculture point of view. And I have also told you that concept note, what we have done. That concept note is it has been appreciated by our very distinguished people who are there today itself in our program in Jamshedpur. We will be also sending this concept note to you for your kind, advice and review. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, all the research persons, Adnam Gupta and Task Force member P. Chava, Dr. Madam, our former President Rakesh Singh, and Jirendra Rao, and of course Chittoda, and the A to Z Murthy, and the Neeraj Joshi, and all the other members of the task force. Wish you all the best. Take care of the health. Ria, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Take care of your health. Always. Jai Jawan, Jai Kishore, Jai Hind, Jai CMA. Jai Hind, Jai Hind, Jai Hind, Jai CMA. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good day. Good day.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Ria madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your help. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Good day. Good day.
Thank you.
Well, good. It went on very well. Good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. No hitches. The ministers were no hitches. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good day. Good day.